Okay. It says, please try again in 10 to 30 seconds.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, it says I'm live.
All right, you're live. Hold on. Let's see.
So you try again.
There we go. I think mine's good now.
Took
I believe.
Took a second. It had to go to space.
Yeah, exactly. Hold on. Can you hear that?
I hear you.
Okay, you don't hear a loud hum or anything like that?
No hum in here.
No hum in here.
Okay, the air conditioning just kicked on.
All right, everybody.
Everybody in the chat, tell me how's the audio feed on my end sound?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Can you hear Clayton?
Hello. Let me pop this out. Pop out the chat.
There's an echo.
There's an echo.
Oh, okay. Where's the echo at?
Hold on. I think it's on my end.
Okay, let's
take a look at our audio. Why we test. Two mics on me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
this is what
happens when we send the test. Let's see if I mute this channel. Let's see. Is it still doubled up for me? Earbuds will fix it.
Oh yeah, my audio's muted.
So that's good. I should only have.
How's my audio muted?
I can't do that, or I can't hear Clayton. So why is it feeding in a double? Let's see. I'm a little quieter. That's rare.
Okay, there we go. I think I got my audio sorted. Thanks.
We're live.
Let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me now. Sorry about that. I forgot that I set up a new
the joys of simulcasting.
Yeah, is it? Hopefully now it's caught up, and there it is. Okay, perfect, awesome. Yeah, exactly. The joys of simultaneous broadcast.
Why would my audio be out of sync?
Okay, awesome. You guys can hear now. Let's see. I am gonna try to. One of these days, I am going to brush up on how to properly set up a live stream.
We're getting there.
More advanced every day.
Let's
see. Let me close Discord. I've got about 1 million windows open. We're starting hot, people. We're.
Let me check my Andrew Rogers says my audio is out of sync. See if I have a delay on. No, decibels down. No sync off. So.
Quit. Okay. All right, we're gonna get rolling here in just a second. Do I have a banana for scale? I do have a banana for scale.
Let's see. I'm working on it. Jerry, hold on.
I have a 3D printed banana that's specifically designed to show off banana for scales. I can't remember who produced this. I think it was on Cults 3D maybe, or Printables. But yeah, this is going to be fun. So we're doing something a little different. We're going to be co-streaming. So Repcord and I, Pooch and I, are going to be simultaneously upgrading a Prusa XL. So a single head extruder Prusa XL to the dual head. So I ordered this. I have been I've been sitting on this for how long now have I been? We've been talking at least 2 months. We've been talking about doing this live stream maybe since the beginning of the summer. I've had this and have not upgraded it yet. So this is sort of forcing me to do this. If we do it together, I'll actually spend the hour or more it takes to do that.
I'm the same way.
Like I need
a buddy to motivate.
So I think this.
This is good.
Okay, how do I do this? Oh, that's actually good. So I get the chat and the OBS display. You know what I'm going to do? I think I see your setup there, and I don't know if I ever told you this, but I bought. You remember in school when they'd wheel out like a TV cart and they'd show a movie?
Yeah.
I bought a TV cart for a modern day TV cart. It's for flat screens. And it has it's got wheels on it. It's for presentations. So but I figured I could get a small flat screen and put that there, so then I could have things like this, the video feed, right there when I'm live streaming. Could be kind of.
Well, check
this out.
I don't know if you can
I don't know if you can see. I'm gonna pan the camera over here. Basically, that's what I got going on.
Right here.
Also, I have no idea. Oh, there's
my secondary.
Actually,
what's that?
Actually, you're not gonna see this. Only the people in my.
Oh, they got a secondary camera.
Yeah, there's
a secondary camera, and I'm only feeding you the main here.
But anyway,
I've got a rack like that, and I really like it.
Well,
I'm still trying to sort out why my audio would be doubled.
Hold on. I also need the tools. I need my tools.
Okay, while he's doing that,
guys, pull up
Clayton's
stream
and see if the audio is for both of us on that one. While I work on this.
By the way, as you might expect, I am super organized when it comes to doing this with you. I have a bag full of parts from when I think I first assembled the XL. So I've got all this stuff, some miscellaneous tools, and then whatever inside the boxes that came with the upgrade kit. Do I have another angle? I was trying to figure out how I could do like there, maybe I'll do this. Yeah, there we go. Pooch, sorry, I'm relegating you to the upper quadrant.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, does it print just like the Prusa MKS as far as the quality? I've been using MKS for about 2 weeks now. Was looking at the XL. The XL for me has been printing fantastic since I don't know, for a while now. This thing's just pretty rock solid. I don't know. I have not got the 4KS upgrade. I've got my MK4, and then I just ordered the upgrade kit. So I ordered the upgrade kit and then a bunch of filament. So hopefully we'll be upgrading my MK4 to the MK4S here. You know,
try something from me real quick. Do you have AirPods with you?
Oh,
I think I'm feeding back through your speakers.
Okay. Let me see if I have any in my bag. Actually, I might have.
We're gonna get there. Good.
I'm gonna run out to my car. I might have some.
Okay. I think you're right. I think it's coming back through his side. What I'm curious about is on his stream, do I sound doubled up this way?
Well, I mean, I've muted you in the browser, right? So
but it sounds like mine is coming back through your input.
Oh.
Let's see.
Can you mute me on your end? Just to test
for a second.
For a second.
Mute you where?
Inside OBS.
Inside OBS.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay.
So you know where your audio mixer is inside?
Yes.
OBS.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you should see a co-streamer host one channel if you tick that box.
What?
Yeah, this is why we should have tested this a little more.
Hold on. Let me do in OBS, let me add my own audio, right? I'm gonna say this is my MacBook audio. Okay. Now I've got two. Okay, now you try and talk.
This is me
talking.
Can you still hear me?
I can
still hear you.
I don't know if everybody else can hear me. Are you hearing the doubled up echo still?
No echo on Uncle Jesse's stream. Okay, so we've got it right on your stream. So maybe we just have everybody go over there then.
No. I mean, is it because I did that? I've got 2 audio channels now, and I muted the input. I guess I don't think that would make any difference because it's all coming through the speakers. Here, let me try and put on the AirPods.
Okay.
Hey, remember how we were like, yeah, we could knock this out in like an hour or 2?
Oh yeah, that's not happening. But we're ambitious. All right, while you're setting up your AirPods, I'm gonna grab my coffee. Thank you for bearing with us.
Okay. All right, I put on the AirPods. Hopefully, no echo. We hear you both. Okay.
Oh, I don't hear
yeah, I might try the... Oh, you don't hear yourself anymore?
I think that did it. No. I mean, I don't hear myself coming back anymore.
Yeah.
All right, we need chat verification, please.
Okay.
Did that do the trick? I think we got to wait for the buffer to catch up. I mean, that's not bad if we're only 13 minutes in, and you know that's how long it took. We're gonna make it up. We're gonna make it up on the build. We're gonna just totally.
We are. We're gonna just. And you know me, I never run into issues when assembling anything.
Well, not just that, but we're not gonna digress because you know me, I don't just start talking about random other things and.
Oh yeah, we don't just completely get off topic or anything like that.
That's the.
All right, so no echo, audio's fine.
Okay.
Right. Speaking of, can I get a MacBook that has a touch screen already?
No, they don't make them. I think they.
I'm like an iPad kid at this point. Hold on.
Yeah, you.
Prusa XL single to dual upgrade instructions.
Do you want me to just send you the link?
Upgrade. No, I got it.
He's got it.
I googled it.
1.01, I think.
Yep.
Is the current.
All right, I'm starting on page 1, introduction, prepping for my upgrade.
All right, you read.
It says this is extremely easy, and it's only going to take 15 minutes.
15 minutes, easy build. Yeah.
Is that just the very first step? That's just confirming the tools that I need.
It says you should just eat all your gummy bears right now. Just eat all the gummy bears.
Wait, did this come with gummy bears?
You know it did. Everything comes with it. Actually, I
think it did, and I think I already brought them home to my kids.
For your kids, right.
No, here's a fun fact. I don't like gummy bears.
What?
I'm not a big gummy bear fan.
Gummy worms?
Haribo's. I love candy. Haribo soccer balls.
Yeah.
Have you had those? They look like little sushi. Oh my god, they're so good. They taste like the most processed plastic, but they're delicious. Absolutely delicious.
So it's gummy in bear form that you can't handle?
No, I'm not a huge fan. I think it's too chewy. It's too chewy, gummy bears.
Too chewy.
Too chewy.
You know, that's great feedback. Okay. Let's I'll run that up the chain. Okay, I'm back. Wait, I need.
Can we swap that out for Sour Patch Kids, please?
You know, Printed Solid does Airheads, and those are pretty good. What do you think of those?
Airheads are fantastic.
Excellent. 10 of 10.
All right. So, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this illustrious Wednesday at 11:15 in the morning, 9:15 in the morning West Coast time for Dr. Alan Pucciarelli. We are
it's 8 a.m. actually here, but you know.
Wait, what?
Time zones are hard. 8:17.
That's right. There's a 3-hour difference. My bad, man. When I was texting you at 6 in this morning.
I mean, I knew it was going to be early. Karen, I cranked it up all the way to 11. Is this better? Here, we can also. Maybe instead of pointing it at my belly button, if I go like here.
See, it's 8 a.m. somewhere, right?
I think we got there.
Oh, you're only hearing. Okay, you're only hearing me. Okay, Pooch, can you talk now?
I'm talking. I'm a talking. Here it is. I'm a talking.
Okay, can you guys hear Pooch now? Hopefully. I forgot that I muted your line.
Yeah, you're gonna have to unmute that.
Okay. Yeah, I unmuted Pooch.
We're gonna see.
Hopefully you guys aren't hearing me twice because I put this in here. Let me mute this line, the line that I added.
Believe it or not, we're actually going to do some 3D printer building today.
Okay, they can't hear Pooch at all. Okay. Double Jesse, no Pooch. Okay, so
that's even worse. That's even worse. Okay, so here's the quick tip. On my source, where you have that browser source for the it should say something like co-streamer host 1. In your
no, it says audio input capture.
Okay, in sources on OBS. Remember how I said you pull in my feed in? You should have a little globe somewhere that pulls my video feed in, right? With that browser link I sent you.
Yes. Yep. Okay, I got that. Yep.
Okay, good. So if you right-click on that and hit the properties for it.
Okay.
There's you should see a URL, width, height, and then there's a little checkbox that says control audio via OBS. You want that ticked.
Okay.
If it's ticked, inside your mixer.
Oh, I got it.
Mixer. Yeah.
Okay.
And that should be an independent channel for me. So you should make sure you have only one channel for you and one.
Now I don't hear you at all. Ooh, what's going on?
It's a circus, everybody. You didn't have anything else to do today, right?
Okay. I can't hear you at all. What about now?
I can hear you.
Okay. Hold on.
Unmute on your browser window, Clayton. I'm going to text.
Okay. You know what it is?
Look at me.
Okay. How about now? Can you talk?
I can talk. Yeah.
Okay. Are you hearing double me now? Because I had to unmute the browser.
I hear just you. For the airheads.
Okay.
Thank
now I'm
you,
going to
Andrew Rogers for that. Can you hear me?
I'm going to do this, and hopefully, is this working?
So
hello?
You might want to unmute your browser window, so you hear me through that. But that as long as you don't have your browser feed piped into OBS, like the audio for your computer, you should be clean.
Okay.
We really should have tested this ahead. You think we're good?
I think we're good. Okay, can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me and can you hear Pooch?
And just one of each of us, because that's all you need.
One of each of us, yeah. Because it sounds now I can hear.
You sound very nice, by the way. You're sounding great.
Thank you. You know, I've been drinking honey and tea a lot, so it needs volume balancing.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm out of my league here, gentlemen.
Okay, on the audio mixer inside OBS, you should see. I don't know if you have that panel open, but you should have levels for each of those inputs. See,
they're maxed out, both of them.
They're maxed out. Okay, so what's the feedback on the levels? Am I hot or you hot? Who's coming in hot?
Uncle just needs to turn his volume up. Okay. If I turn that, no. Oh, you know what I could probably do is go into my Mac.
Talk louder, Clayton.
You know, there's one thing that you can always count on is anytime that I'm doing a live stream, it's going to be, there we go. Okay. I just bumped up my input volume quite a bit. So hopefully that.
Okay. And confirming on my end, guys, one more time, you have one of each of us and you can hear both, yes? So hopefully.
Pooch is loud. Okay. Pooch is too loud. Pooch is a little louder. Okay.
I can bring myself down.
Okay. I mean, obviously you want to hear me. So.
I'll just try to talk at a normal level.
I'll just try to talk at a normal level.
I hope we can just roll with this as best as we can, because we got to get started here.
Yeah, we got to get started. All right, I've got instructions up and running here. I have tools. I have my tools. You're not going to hurt these women, are you?
That's a great Always Sunny of because of the implication. Are you talking about the implication?
No, but I was thinking of the episode where Dennis is like, "I need my tools, tools."
Yeah. Oh wow! Look at this. Now, for those following along on my stream, I'm actually opening. You might see here, I've got the 5-tool update because at a later date I'm going to go from 2 to 5.
Oh.
But we're just going to do 1 today. Okay? So I'm following the same instructions Clayton is. But, you know, we'll just throw more extruders at the problem later when we want to do more. Because we're going to do another stream going to the full Monty at some point.
We're going to be doing the single to dual is the big one that we're going with here today.
Yeah. It's easier to start that way than to go back.
So my sound is still low. I think I've got this. I'm going to be honest with you guys. No idea what I'm doing.
You know, it's funny because you sound fantastic here. Yeah, the 2 to 5 is not cheap. But I mean, nothing worth having is cheap. This is kind of a unique tool set as far as like a commercially supported tool changer, and I know people have their opinions, and that's fine, and most of them are wrong if they don't align with mine. But I defy you to find a better tool changing solution out there on the market currently that is not a kit that would have you on your own. Because I know there's a bunch of projects on it, but it'll be interesting to see what new machines come on the market in the coming years that offer these kinds of features. Wow.
All right.
Well, look, this is already put together, so this is going to be fast.
Tools. I've got a lot of extra parts here from my previous builds. Yeah, this is obviously super exciting. All right, so labels here. All the boxes and bags include the parts are labeled. Yeah, thank you.
Labeling's good. Oh, I got a box here. Expansion board.
Wait, is there a cheat sheet that I was supposed to print?
No, it should come with a cheat sheet. Maybe. Let's see. Or maybe they have you print it now. Let me see if there's one in here.
Oh, yeah, I don't have a cheat sheet.
I think that's just so you can kind of more easily like lay out the screws and see which size or which size.
Okay. Yeah, I gotcha. You know, I totally know all the screw sizes by feeling them.
Yeah. Yeah, I just hold it up and you're like, yeah, that's an M3 by 12.
At least, you know, everything you got, like the Prusa team does a really good job of at least labeling.
It's lots of labels.
Thoroughly labeled here. Okay.
So
what step are you on here?
So I'm just taking inventory of parts here real quick. So I pulled out the Nextruder. So if we're on the same page here, do you have 2 like internal boxes and one has the second tool head? And
yes, I've got one box that has a whole bunch of parts, and then a nozzle here, an extra nozzle, because mine came with originally, and it's still rocking that 0.6 nozzle. So this came with I'm holding up to my laptop, like you guys can see that. Yeah, so holding, I've got a 0.4 that I'll be swapping it out with. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the preferred. That's the preferred nozzle.
Yeah,
that's for the XL.
That's right. We've defaulted back to the 0.4s, but you can still do 0.6, 0.8, whatever else, and now all the high flow variants. And yes, it might come with some extra nozzles also.
The new tool changed head. The second one.
Yeah,
that's
the Nextruder, and that's already pre-assembled for you, right?
Yes.
That's good, because that's going to save us a lot of time. There's a lot of detail involved in the Nextruder build, so that's done.
So the outlet plug that's here on this Nextruder, what voltage do I plug this into the wall so that I can start extruding filament from my outlets?
That's exactly right. If you plug it right into mains voltage, it will just start extruding plastic from your house.
I mean, do I just take out the Tesla charger and then plug this in?
Yeah. Take it to a Tesla supercharger. Yeah, and see what happens. He's a funny guy.
I've got the nozzles. He's got all the jokes. I've got a silicone socks. Oh no, the audio is totally gone now. Wait, what?
Really?
Oh, well, audio totally gone now.
Let's see. Spectra on my side says, "Hey, Jesse."
Oh no! Someone said the Reverend. Sorry, said I'll catch the screen when it's over, and I can turn off the volume and enable closed captions. Oh, no. Pooch's audio is too loud. All right, let me try to further lower Pooch's. Pooch, can you talk real quick?
Yeah. Bring me down. You got to tone this down because this freight train ain't stopping.
I mean, this only Pooch.
Yeah, just bring my mixer down on the one that says co-stream host 1.
Yeah, I've got that. It's only it's going really low at this point.
Well, I mean, that hopefully that makes it better for everybody out there. You gotta wait like 30 seconds for the buffer on YouTube to keep up, but eventually we'll get there. Probably just in time to be done.
Yeah.
We'll see how that evens out. And that shouldn't, by the way, you adjusting that mixer on OBS should just be what's going out to the world. Like, you should still hear me the same as you always do.
Yes, I do. I hear you just fine.
Okay. So it's just a matter of...
Oh, you know what? Let me do AirPods. Is that better?
Not better from... Wait, well, you need to keep talking. I don't know.
Yeah. Sorry, you know what I did?
You're doubled up.
There we go. Sorry, I doubled it up for you.
I'm wondering if you bring me down and you're already maxed out, then hopefully we come to the right level and people can adjust on their home setups.
Yeah. Apologies, everybody. We thoroughly tested this, obviously.
Thoroughly. Spectra in my chat is saying he is south of you in Bath, New York. Is that near you?
I am familiar with Bath, New York. I believe I have driven through Bath of New York's.
The great New York baths. All right, and Clayton, you got the little loom set up, right? Is that all put together for you as well? Just to make sure we're on the same page?
I've got everything still in the packaging there.
But it's all...
So this whole contraption.
Yep.
Yeah. This Dr. Octopus looking thing.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Doc Ock.
And then I've got an extra spool handle, which I noticed isn't printed. What's up with that?
Yeah, they're molded now. They're injection molded now, huh? We're moving up in the world.
Insanity.
Now, did yours come with an extra power supply, or does yours probably has 2 power supplies on the back of it currently? Let's look at the back of that thing.
Yeah, mine has 2 power supplies hooked up to it.
Okay, so for those that are unaware, there is, when you go up to the 5th tool, you get an extra power supply. But for 1 and 2 tools, the back of the printer, I'll flip it around here, has...
Here's 1, 2. There's 2 plugs even in this.
How's the 2?
I never even noticed that it had a pluggable entry there.
Yep,
Your audio is really low. Oh.
Everybody just turn up the volume and then turn my volume down.
Okay. If I go maximum effort here.
It's so funny because it's the opposite on mine. Everybody is saying I'm too low on mine and you're really loud on theirs. So I'm going to bring you down on my end, and we're at some point we're going to come to the right level here. Let's see here.
It's
I'm
an
going to drop
oddity.
an audio T.
Okay, just
audio T. Okay. All right. So, all right, guys, I'm bringing Clayton down. We're going to tone him down a touch.
Okay.
And we're going to get started here.
Okay, you can hear now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it sounds nice now.
Oh, good. Okay, let's see
All
if
right,
I can get the same feedback. I brought you down 12 decibels. So if in the future, the levels of heat too, yeah. In the future, if you just want to talk 12 decibels less, that seems like what is pleasing to everybody.
Oh, that's perfect. You know what's going to also be fun is when my AirPods, the batteries die.
Uh-oh.
Because let's see. Oh, you know what? I'll just have to go with one AirPod. That's all.
That's what I did. And then you flip them.
Oh no! Is it worse again?
Oh man!
How is this? Okay, I'm going back to this.
It can't be worse. It's fine. It looks so good from my mixer here. Oh, good. Here, Karen says it sounds good on mine now. So
you know what I think it is?
What
I think it's because there's a delay
in
the chat that I'm reading and me adjusting things.
I think that's right. I think you're correct. I think if you can see the mixer and that I'm like, in the yellow, you're in the yellow, or somewhere in there, I think we're gonna be good. I have a good feeling.
Okay.
So you bring me down and you up, and people can balance it out at home.
I don't know how they're gonna balance it out at home, but
I'm sorry, they set the level at home for the both of us. We just have to get our mixes right on our
end. Okay, I think I might have it. I think I might have it now.
All right, I think I'm getting good response on my end too. So
I am not spotting a silicone sock inside my box of goodies.
No socks?
But I think it might be because is the sock already on the printer? Oh, never mind. I've got it. It was in the other box. I've got it.
He's got it. Everybody calm down. Everybody settle down. All right. I am on my stream. I'm sharing the instructions. I'm just scrolling through the prep. And
hey, just let me know what steps you end up going to, because I'm on step 9, moving to 10. Caution: lubrication handles.
On the introduction or on the preparation? What does it say for yours?
I don't know.
Let's see here. Silicones. So at the very top, on the left side of the screen, it'll say like step 1 is introduction, and then there's subheadings, right?
Yeah, I'm in introduction. Introduction. Okay. Reward yourself with a hair bow.
Oh, okay, good.
How to successfully finish the assembly. Insert the blah 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 blah. Oh, so this is just telling you how to get started with all this. Okay.
That's right. So we're gonna hit the next
preparation.
Button. Yep, we're on the same step. Okay, we're on printer prep. Your current. Have you unloaded the filament from your setup currently?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And we know that works. Okay, so that's good. And it says you can put in a little box on the heat bed. Can you open the Haribo? No, you cannot. And then we're going to get started. So are we ready to click next to get started?
Yeah, so I should put the build plate back on the bed. I took it off.
Nah. I think they're just saying if you want to put a box on top of there so you don't scratch the build plate or something, just to be cautious, you could do that.
Me? Cautious? All the time.
Full send, baby. Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay, so let me turn this around so people can actually... Oh my gosh, I'm now just seeing my nozzle is filthy.
Man keeps a filthy nozzle.
You know what I need to get is some of those metal brushes.
Oh yeah, the brass brushes? I've never been a big fan of those. I think from the old days, I would like short out the heater wires and stuff. That's less of an issue these days. but yeah, probably not a bad idea to have.
So I set up my old kitchen counter here, and it's like an L shape, so I'd have a lot more room to do things like this. And I'm now realizing it's way too narrow. It's
oh, you don't have the depth.
It's not deep enough. Yeah, this is great that it goes really far.
Yeah,
but so I can spread stuff out. Like I've got a bunch of stuff off camera there, but it's not deep enough. I need to.
What I did is I took my old kitchen table here and I put it on wheels, and it's pretty good, and it can also expand and leaf can pop out. So.
Oh yeah, people are one recommendation is to use Pooch's audio from his stream if you want to watch this simultaneously, or you can watch both simultaneously and just mute
simulcast and mute Clayton's. Sounds like my feed's better. That's a good solution for people that are watching live, and then when we cut it down and post it, hopefully one of them is good. And for future,
post it.
Well, yeah, you've got to edit this whole thing. Didn't I tell you that?
Post it.
Yeah. When we cut it down, Clayton's gonna spend a week editing this whole thing.
Too funny, my man.
He's got the jokes.
Everything checked. All right, let's get ready to disassemble. I'm moving on to step 1 of step 3. Step 1.
Yeah. All right. You got to take off your antenna.
What?
You said step. Did you just step? Okay.
I need the T10. Oh, I'm missing a thing. Shoot. You know what? I've got other tools here. I'm fixing it. All right, so I got to detach the antenna. Is that what you said?
That's what it says. So I've got my antenna off.
Right. I'm going to put that back in the boxes.
Disassemble. No disassemble. Yes, disassemble.
Turn the printer so the left side of the printer is facing you. Gently push back the collet to release the PTF tube.
Let's call it for people following.
It's a collet.
Colette.
It's a nice collet call.
Paint me like one of your French ladies' names. Colette. We're off and running, ladies and gentlemen.
We are. You know what? I'm going to unplug this USB stick as well.
That's a good idea. So
I need a swivel is what I need. All right.
Switch over here to this angle. Let's see if I do.
Let's see.
Let's get a better visual. And then I could go around to that side. So we're just opening up the back here in the kennel. We affectionately refer to this area as the kennel, where all our little puppies go.
So I got to take this little back cover off. Is that what it's saying?
Yep, there's a little printed plastic cover.
Yep.
You're going to expose.
Yep.
I'm going to go back to the...
Man, if there's one thing I'm great at is...
disassembling?
Is not having the right tool size.
It should have come. It came with the tool set you need, doesn't it? Or do you have it from your XL?
That's all right. I got my own tools.
Where we're going, we don't need tools. No, that's not true. We do need tools. Let's see. Now, did yours have the antenna for the Wi-Fi on that back cover, or was it on the side? Because there were two different ways they did it.
Oh, mine was on the side.
Yeah, mine's on the side on this one as well. But if you have one at home that's newer, I believe they moved the antenna to that back center there.
Oh, cool.
So let's see.
I see that in the picture now.
Blocking.
So I've removed that back panel, and then Sorry, is this removing the antenna? Is that what we're doing?
So you can take the antenna. You don't have the antenna there, so that I think you're fine. So you're just going to take that little back panel off. So you should expose the 2 ports.
Yes, I see
that both of our tools are going to go into, and then we're going to detach the loom from the little bar on the back in a second. Once you get that port open there.
Yeah, I've got that open. All right,
we're going to take the dock off.
All right. So this is called the loom, you said?
Well, that's what I'm calling the cable. They're calling it the dock, but basically the part where the PTFE and the cable bundle, go from the back of the printer up to the extruder. So we're going to take that off of the back. So for that, you need a longer hex to get in there and detach it. So we're going to detach the dock and the Nextruder in step 5 and 6, if you're ready for that.
Yep. Should be all ready for that. Untighten the screw inside the middle hole dock.
And you're going to want a long boy for that. Do you have an actual long hex key for that?
So is that the... Am I going...
You're going to go through the metal plate. So if you look at step 5 at that thing there, at the very bottom, there's like a little hole in that...
Well, I got 2 holes.
Yeah. There should be actually 3 if you look on the plastic part and you're going in the middle. There's a long singular M3 screw.
Oh, okay, I see you.
And you got to go through that metal bracket in the back and into the part. The good news is this is probably the hardest part of the whole thing. If you look at the metal plate, Clayton, there should be like a little dot at the very base of it underneath the hex pattern that indicates like the hex hole that you want to put your hex key in. I don't know.
Negative. Mine is not in alignment with that hole.
Oh, well, that's possible. But find the hole so you can get it in there.
Mine's dead center in the back of that hexagon grid. I don't know if I have a. Let me see here.
A long enough hex key?
Yeah.
You definitely did the one that came with your XL all those years ago. Who knows where that ended up, though, right?
I mean, yeah. You know what?
Okay, so I've detached that. I'm going to go back to my angle here so you guys can see. So I've taken off the dock. Now, for the observant amongst you, you might notice I've done a mod on this where I switched out my 4mm PTFE tube for a 6mm one because I don't like friction. And it also makes it easier to work with the rep box that I store underneath to feed in and stuff.
Guess what I found?
What'd you find? Did you find the hex key?
Yes, I did.
Winning,
baby.
There
was one thing that I did was I stuck all of the things that came with the XL back in a baggie and set it next to my XL on the shelf so that I would not lose it. Now, that okay, never mind. It's in the plastic part. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say I was looking for the bolt, but it's already in there, or the nut, but it's already in there. The screw.
It sure is, and it stays trapped in there. See what I've been doing, I'm bringing out from my organization, I got a bunch of these bins, these little hefty bins. They come in 2 different sizes. And then I get my label maker out, and then I put all my Prusa XL in one bin, and I put my Mark IV and my other projects in different ones. That seems to work well for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm just sticking the cable off to the side then. This whatever you called it, the illuminator.
Sure, I like that, illuminator. Okay, good. So you've got that detached. So we're ready to move on to step 6, right?
Someone ate my Haribo's, and I want to know who it was.
I thought you said you gave them to the kids.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Okay, but it was a good bet. It was a good bet. It was one of your kids, right? All right, I'm gonna switch angles again.
I'm looking around here. I'm like, did I actually do that? Okay. Detach the extruder. So I need to flip this around. Oh my gosh.
should have gotten my Lazy Susan out. This is a big machine. Machine, right?
It is.
And
by the way, I have the storage racks that you can get from Costco.
Yeah.
That are like, I don't know, 6 foot by 2 foot, and this fits perfectly on there, where the front cover just ever so slightly, not ever so slightly, it hangs off the front, but the entire machine just fits perfectly on there for me.
That's awesome. All right, flipping it around, and we're gonna take this little, so the part that's got Prusa XL printed on it, that's just a snap fit. You should be able to just grab that and just yank it as hard as you can right off of there.
What?
Okay, there's a piece of fascia on the front. Look at that, and it didn't even break. Okay, cool.
You're like, here, you got to print this out in Pet G and then torque it down a bit. And I was like, I just broke it. Bring us.
I mean, that track.
A rep box.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so grab your Torx driver, and we're gonna start taking off that tool head there. What? The star pattern wrench.
Yep.
Torx.
Sure. I got a Torx wrench here.
Okay, so there's 4 screws holding. You should see 8 screws in the front there, right? But it's the 2 on the top and the bottom that we want to take off.
Yep.
Coming back to my angle here.
Surprisingly, I am doing this.
Doing it and
Which
doing
I will
it and doing it well.
If we did not do this on a live stream, this probably would have sat.
It would have sat until I came back out there and did it for you, right?
Yes.
But this is good, because if I come after Earth, I'm still not on board with calling it Printopia. We've got to finish up the thing I started last year with your office.
I have a goal next week to progress on that. Before you get, I want to really get some progression made on that.
You know I'm coming, and so you would be embarrassed to have not shown any progress in that amount of time.
I'm extremely embarrassed. Everybody in the chat, we Pooch and I last year after Earth or 3D Printopia.
Yeah.
He came up here and we started on a very destructive project in here, and it's literally not progressed since he left.
Which I knew would be the case.
It has to do with another room that I don't think I've ever shown, that was intended for me to use for video purposes, to show, to record in and make fun content in, and I've yet to properly do anything with it. So
and I've got my Nextruder off. I've got my
Nextruder. Got that off.
Awesome, good. Hey, we're making good progress here, man. I'm proud of you. Okay, I just want you to know, I'm proud of you.
Confirmed. I never use the right tools, everybody.
I guess it doesn't matter as long as you get it out and you're not stripping the screws, because we're going to need it. Okay, so we've detached. Oh, look at that! They're telling you could have some Haribo here if you wanted. I've long since eaten mine as well.
Is there? So. Wait, did I miss something here? What was step 7? Oh, step 7 is just taking it off. Okay.
Yeah, we took it off. And,
well done. It's over. We're done. It says good job. Step 9 done.
You know what? We've gone from a one tool to a 0 tool printer now. So we're going the opposite direction.
You'd be surprised at how many 3D printers I've attempted to repair and have done exactly that.
It's got to get worse before it gets better.
Yes.
Okay, now we're going to start putting the bits on that we need to do the actual tool changing, which is pretty cool. So I'm on step 1 is just telling us what tools we need again. Step 2 is the dock disassembly. So we're going to start taking apart the dock so that we can upgrade it to have the tool changer part. So if you want to compare, we're going to basically make it look like the one that came with it, right?
Okay.
So let's get in here. I'm going to go back to the angle real quick, and I'll put these up here. So here's a look in my right hand. of the. It should be pretty obvious, right? Because you got a big honking printed block on one, and then on the other we've got our tool changer mount, our little kinematic mount here. And so we're going to make this one look like this one.
Yep.
Let's go back to the steps here. So for that,
all right, I'm going to need part out of this bag, I'm assuming, right? Cut the zip ties.
Yep, we're going to cut the zip ties. So you got your flesh cutters, your I call them flesh cutters, but we're working on the other end of this loom, I guess.
Yep.
And I don't know. I'm not sure why it wants us to cut the, but let's follow along as it says, because we have plenty of zip ties.
It came with, oh yeah, it came with a bunch. All right.
It's kind of funny because
all right.
I don't think you really need to cut all that free to detach all this, but sure, why not?
We'll follow along.
Yeah, we're following instructions like good boys and girls here.
All right, and then I got to pull the tube loosen the tube, right? But not all the way out, or am I just loosening it?
I wonder if it's just to give you a little bit more clearance. I mean, really, what we're going for is just being able to get you. So you see the 3 holes in the back of that dock part?
Yes.
So we just need to be able to get to the screws on the top and the bottom, because we're going to detach this this front plate and we're going to replace it with the proper mount piece. So I don't know why it wants us to remove the tube, but if it says to remove the tube, we'll remove the tube.
Sounds good. And
so
then
you're pulling the tube out, and then I think it's just so that we can work on the whole thing more easily. So you see the 2 screws that detach the. There's a piece of plastic. Yeah.
Am I taking those screws all the way out?
That's what it says. That's what it says. I'm on step 3 still.
Yep. Yep.
I just dropped my.
Oh, my old man hips.
The bending. Not so much bending anymore?
No.
So you don't need to take those screws all the way. Oh yeah, you do on this side. I'm sorry. You do need to take those screws all the way out.
Those 2, right? Below those 2.
Those 2. What do they call in this part? The yeah, it doesn't say, but it's basically a piece of rigid polyethylene that just kind of keeps the loom up and holds it in shape, right? So I'm gonna put those on my little. Now don't lose those screws, okay?
Yeah, I got those right there with the box.
Yeah.
Of other stuff.
Well, for now you do.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
now I'm gonna.
Did you take the tube out all the way?
I did. I took the tube out, and here, if you look at my main feed, I've got the whole thing free now.
Yep. I'm free as well.
Free as a bird.
I have freed the willy.
Please don't. Please don't. Let's see. So
Star, I know. It looks like Doc Ock arms, right? That's exactly what I said earlier. This looks like Doc Ock arms.
Get the longer version because I believe those are Torx. What are you gonna have to do? Oh no, these are. Let's see here.
Okay.
There we
Doc
go.
Disassembly.
Okay, step 4. Good. So it says using a Torx. So mine's not Torx for some reason. I'm not sure. Maybe that I must have used the wrong screws in this, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. I did a little upgrade, but don't. So you're gonna use your Torx tools. You're gonna go in the top and the bottom holes, and you're gonna release the 2 screws that hold the adapter plate on, and then that's gonna pull off of the front. So anybody watching on my stream, you'll see I've got this little part here that's coming off.
Okay, I gotcha. Yep.
Like
There's like at this point a 70% chance that I screw something up along the way here.
No, but that's what I'm here for, baby.
I know.
We're gonna make sure that it gets done right. Come hell or high water. Whatever that means.
There we go. All right, I got it.
He's got it, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, I'm trying not to lose
this box.
I don't want those to pop out.
Well, that's my adapter board. Power supply.
What does that say? Using the torque tent screw, unlock the screw cable. Screw will fall out from the hole. Keep the. I'm gonna try and keep those screws in there. Is that all right? You think?
Yeah, you keep them in there. Just keep it all together for now if you can.
I don't want to fish that stuff out later.
No, you definitely do not.
It's just chaos. That's what the desk looks like.
Chaos.
Chaos.
Chaos. C-H-A-O-S. Chaos.
Okay, I got that off. Are you on step 5?
I am. So we've got the adapter plate off, and so now we got to find the parking. They're calling it the parking tool. And I've got mine over here.
Oh, I found it.
Did you find your parking tool?
I believe this is the parking tool. It's the one
tool. It's actually machined. It's metal.
Yes. Yep. It's the outlet plug for the printer.
What?
Yep.
What are you talking about?
Yep.
You're on step 5?
Also, Pooch, you know what we can do when you're here? We can.
He's laughing.
I still haven't mounted the top here. The top. Look at this. Can you see it?
Oh, jeez. Is it just sliding everywhere? Yeah. You're just asking for trouble, brother. You're just asking for it, you know? Where's my parking tool?
Let's see.
There's a dock. Everywhere a dock.
All right, so I've got this parking tool, and I got it. Whoa, okay.
I'm gonna steal it
Take
off
it from the
this.
nozzle assembly set. Nozzle assembly set.
I wonder if one of them. I mean, I guess I can always take it off of this guy.
This is. Ooh.
Yeet.
If there is one thing that I love about 3D printing,
Yeah. Tell me.
it's modding and upgrading 3D printers.
You know, I know that you're joking right now, but it does make me a little sad because I think you could be really good at it if you wanted to be. But I can appreciate that it's not everyone's cup of tea. So.
It's my understanding that when I upgrade this from a single to a dual,
right, it's
that
I
can now run PLA and PETG at the same time. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah,
So I can do some fancy things like interface layer supports, right?
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, man.
That's what
It's pretty great how easily, like, because those two materials, they do not get along well, right?
I know. That's what I'm excited. I've never tried it. I've never tried that, and I've seen some people posting about it.
Well, it's like magic. It really is.
Yeah. And how clean the supports, the supporting areas look. Hey, I'm trying to grab all these nuts and bolts. Is this just all in the bags here?
Yeah. I will tell you this. I know you don't do a lot of modding, okay, but even still, for any time you're working on anything, I highly recommend doing a print like this. And there's a bajillion of them online, but this is Steve Build's little screw sorter. And it's just really nice to just have a little spot to chuck your extra
Bits
parts,
and bobs.
your bits and bobs, right?
You know what I've got that I am really looking forward to assembling? Actually, I don't think it's that bad. Is the positron, that upside down?
Oh man, yeah. I'm supposed to have one on the way too. Although I think I'm waiting for the next batch. They've got LDO cranking out batch 2. I think now. So do you have it already?
Yeah. I bought one when they went up for pre-order, and
of course you did, because you buy printers like
I do buy a lot.
I don't want to say non-sexist,
and half of them don't even end up making it into the channel.
Some people collect shoes. Clayton collects 3D printers. I did literally
just offload like 15 printers off Facebook Marketplace, and most of them were brand new that I bought, God knows, 3 years ago plus.
Yeah,
still in box. So
I gotta tell you, man, as a content creator, you know what you do as a content creator. I do not envy you or Joel or any of those people the chore of having to constantly move stuff through your facility, right? Because
my problem is
it's
I'm
a burden.
not moving. You've been here, and the first comment out of your mouth was, "Dude, you need to offload a lot of the stuff here."
And when I was there, you gave away a couple. I want to say a couple teachers came over, and you know, but it's like. You know, the net in happens a lot faster than the out, right? So
the other issue that I have is I don't want to give out. I have plenty of printers that I've used and then I've stopped using, and if they're still in good working condition, I don't mind giving those away. And then or it's the machines that I don't know what's wrong with them anymore. Was there a clog? Is there something wrong with the extrude? Did it catch fire? I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, and then you don't want to have to support it either. You know, you don't want to be the one they call.
I don't want to hand that off to someone and be like, "Hey, you figure it out." You know, it's not my thing. Sorry, I feel like I'm missing parts here.
Okay, what do you think you're missing?
All right, I've got the 238 TB, these purple ones there.
I'm gonna. If you want to look at my screen real quick, this is the part we need for the immediate next step. I don't know if you can see this guy.
M3TB screw.
Have you located this guy?
Yes, I have that guy. He's standing by, waiting for.
Okay, so we just need some. What do we need then? What are we waiting on?
I think I'm just missing the M3NS nut.
Okay.
And then the M3NN nut. You got to really put a lot of emphasis on the word nut.
So the M3N is the Nylox, so you can reuse the ones you have for that. That's okay.
M3NS. Yeah, okay. I've got it's in this bag. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I'm just missing the M3NN nut.
That is the, so if you go to step 5 in the directions, there are 3 photos underneath, and if you click on the 3rd photo, you'll see that there's a color coding, so you can see that that's the M3NN, as you say, is like what we call a nylock. It's got the little nylon bushing in it so that the screw can't back out. So you don't have any of those? Those should already exist in the printed part that we just took out, unless you popped them out. So if you look, I'm like holding mine up now.
Sorry. Is that this part that's it's in this arm? It's in the printed arm?
Yeah, it's in the printed arm.
Okay,
so you should be good there. You should be good there.
Yeah. Okay. Whew. I was nervous.
Crisis averted, everyone. So I'm gonna switch angles here, and I'm getting in close. And so what we're doing now is we've taken off this adapter plate for the single tool. And we're getting our what they're calling the parking tool, and that's going to mount in its place right here. And that is what allows. Whoops, I got it backwards.
Yeah, hold on. I got to make sure I've got the. Okay, so step 6. That was I never took the nuts, the screws out, so that's in there, right?
Yeah, that should all still be in there. So it looks like they've got it as if you were starting fresh again. I don't know why.
Yep.
But that's fine. And so I am taking the parking tool.
Insert the M314 screw. M314.
So
Hey,
that
can
screw.
I provide a bit of feedback to the assembly folks here?
Let's do it. Let's hear your feedback.
Can I have the you like in step 7? It's a yellow arrow to this screw. Can it match the same color to the step 5 where we had the color coordinated screws there?
That's not a bad idea, right? Like it'd be a little less confusing that way, right? Because it's the green one and that one before. So again, that part, Clayton, should actually be with the piece that we took off. You don't have to take it out of a bag. You can reuse the one that was with the part that we took off. The M314 is in there.
Where?
So, okay, so so instead, that's all right. In step 4 of dock disassembly, if you look at the third photo, we removed the single tool adapter.
Yep.
If you recall. So when we removed that, there was a screw.
Yep, I got it.
It
just fell out.
Yep. So you can reuse that.
That's perfect.
Perfect.
Oh, it says it's an M310 screw. Is that not an issue?
The one
that we removed in step 4. It says.
Did they use it? I wonder if they used. Maybe
they
used a shorter one. You know what? They may have used a shorter one in the early version. So if you want to grab the 14 out of your bags,
I'm gonna grab the 14 out of the bag just to.
Yeah, let's stay on script. So I'm going back just so you guys can follow along. Uh-oh, plumber. Was I showing some plumber crack, Mike, in my comments? I didn't think I was.
Let me pull up my short shorts.
Who wears short shorts? Clayton wears short shorts.
I wear dad short shorts.
Now the in shorts are like what are they? The bird dogs, like the flexi fabric. You know, you can't ever stain them.
I should send you these shorts, man. I get them off of Amazon. They're
yes, please send me your shorts, Clayton. That's exactly.
$15 for. No, sorry, they're 15 a piece. They come in 2 packs, but they're awesome, and they got a little zipper on one side, so when you go running, you can put your phone in there and zip it.
I like it.
Bouncing out because these are short.
I'll send you the link to my running shorts that I really like because I've got a pair that my kids gave me for Christmas, and it's like. It's a double, like, so it's like a standard pocket, and then there's a zipper pocket up here for you, like your AirPods. We'll do short comparison. Also, you got to get the button-down muscle tees. Not the muscle tee, the muscle polo. What is it? It's just a button up front.
I don't know about that, but look at this. Do you have Crocs with socks on as well?
No, never. Will I ever? I don't like Crocs. This is one place we do not align. I hate Crocs.
I have so many Crocs now.
Yeah. I've been there. I've seen them.
I'm literally just looking at last night. My wife and I went running out. We had last minute get some shoes for one of our boys, and I was looking at baby Yoda Crocs. I think they might not have been official, but they were the ugliest shoes I've ever seen, and I really wanted a pair.
Of course you did.
Said I might have to ask that for Christmas.
Some knockoff Crocs.
Apparently, yeah. Okay, I'm not clear on this next step.
Which step are you on?
Step 7, second photo.
Okay. All right, I'm with you. So we're right here. Dock assembly, metal dock.
Do I have to take the nut out of that first step?
There shouldn't be any nut removal. Are you talking about a screw?
Screw?
There's no nut. There's no nuts in that step. We've got to get in the same terminology page. Okay, so
I see. I gotta take that out. I gotta thread it back through the arm from that one end, right? All the way from the one end.
It should be a through hole, so it shouldn't.
A through hole.
sorry, before you mount the parking tool on there, you should be able to just lay the M3x14 on it and then tighten it in place with it already set. That's kind of it's a confusing. I'm gonna get close to the camera if you want to look and see what I've got going on here. I don't know, can you?
Hold on, let me adjust this. How come I can't adjust Pucciarelli's, hold on. Oh,
Did you hit the lock? Yeah.
So, you did what now?
So I've mounted the parking tool to the front of this, and I've got my M3x14 screw kind of hanging through. Are you seeing that?
Yeah, but how did you?
Oh, I see what you're saying. It just sits in there. Okay.
It
I was
just
trying to
sits.
fish it.
Yeah, you don't have to fish
back
it.
through.
No, you don't have
Okay.
to fish it through there. In fact, I don't think you can. I think you have to put it in that way because it's trapped in there once you bolt the whole thing on.
There's someone from the Prusa manual team is gonna take a look at this and be like, "This guy is the biggest friggin' moron."
Well, you know, here's the thing: is that if it's a problem for you, and this was my least favorite part about when I was building rep boxes, and the documentation feels like you can't win. Because everyone has a different learning style, a different expectation of how things should be.
Shoot. Okay, so I have to fish that back through. I didn't want to, but I got to.
You can't fish it through. You have to take
No. Sorry,
one of the
other ones.
Oh, the top and the bottom screw. Gotcha.
Yeah. One of them fell out after I was very carefully trying to not have that happen.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's actually that was actually easy. Now that I understood.
That's the key.
I don't have to,
Understanding is the first step.
You don't have to go back through this middle and tighten this down at all.
No, you're just tightening the top and the bottom screws that hold the parking tool to the plastic part.
All right, I got you. We're good.
Okay. I'm feeling good. So that you should have just done, I believe, step 8, where you're doing the upper screw, right? That you fish through. Hey, he says thumbs up. I like. Very nice. Very nice.
Need a little bit more Borat in my life.
Yeah, man. You should get the suit. Get the bathing suit with the shoulder straps. They go well with your Crocs. Okay, I think now step 10. I'm sorry, I'm kind of buzzing ahead here because I think we.
Oh, because we just did 8 and 9. Nice.
We did 8 and 9 because you did the top and bottom screws, so that's on there, and you got that M314, and then 10, and we never took those out. Right. Yep. So we're good there. So now we're gonna put that cable and PTFE tube back through the whole thing. Yeah.
Yep.
So we're on step 11. Step 11. You're doing great, dude. This has got to be. I don't want to jinx it just yet, but this has got to be the smoothest assembly I've done with you so far.
I mean, it's certainly smoother than the cabinets that we hung.
Oh my gosh! But we had amazing technique for that. I got to tell you. You guys, it involved like what we had to like lay on our backs,
the tabletop, the countertops, and one of us would boost up the cabinets while the other one would screw it into the wall.
It was a whole thing.
With my Fisher-Price tool set that I had then.
Oh my gosh! And then we did a stream, and then the famous stream where we replaced, and then you ended up getting I think it was Gloop Andrew funded your DeWalt tool set.
A bunch of people.
That's true. There were a lot of contributions to that.
Yeah, we literally went out to Lowe's afterwards and picked up a whole DeWalt set for me.
It felt like
amazing.
It felt like my boy was growing up. It was like went from his Fisher Price tool set to the big boy DeWalt set.
Oh, I'm not supposed to fish the tube in yet. Okay, hold on. I just did that wrong.
This is why we shouldn't be talking and All right.
Well, you
is
got
there
you got to
a-
fish the
is
tube
there a
in.
wrong way to? No, there's not. Okay.
Not really. No, just fish
'Cause
that
I
tube
see
back
how
through there.
It's okay, and then
I'm just prepping some
Put
other
the
parts
two
here.
screws. Oh man, I don't remember which two screws these were. I think it was this two right here.
Yeah, that's why you got to get a little tray. They're they're button heads, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I got it.
And yep. Okay, good.
and then they go on the inside, correct?
They go on the inside through the plastic piece,
Yep.
the flexible plastic. What are they calling that, by the way? They call it the cable support. Cable support.
I was gonna call that a flange. But,
A phalanges. A flange.
Phalanges.
Sure. We're just making up words.
By the way, I don't know if you saw this. I remember seeing a comment somewhere about this that someone was talking about the price. Yeah, the XL is expensive. The multiple heads is expensive. I did I don't think I've seen it before. I did like a few months ago a price chart breakdown.
Oh yeah.
If you bought just like, because I was interested to see, because I bought the basic one, which is the single.
The single
compared to the 5, which is obviously there's a massive price difference there, but or a good bit price difference there. And then what it would cost to go from a single to a dual, and then or a single to 5, or a dual to 5.
And what did you find?
That it was, obviously the way that I'm going is the most expensive.
Sure, because you're doing it after the fact.
Yeah, you're going to save more money in the long run if you just go with the 5 right off the bat. But the cost difference wasn't, I don't remember it being like significantly crazy or anything like that. So it seemed almost like I'm certainly paying more going from single to double, eventually going double to 5. But it wasn't like it was drastically more expensive than me going from 1 to 5.
Do you remember? Yeah, no, it makes sense. Do you remember like how much we're talking? Was it a couple hundred? Was it?
No, I don't remember off the top of my.
Somebody in the chat do the math for us. I think you're right. It's like anything, right? If you buy the upgrades after the fact versus
of course you're gonna
like how Tesla does that whole bit where it's like if you buy it at the point of purchase, if you wanted to get the extended battery version or whatever versus unlocking it after the fact kind of thing. Yeah.
Or I was interested in the tow package. It was cheaper for me to get the tow kit on when I got mine years ago than it would be for me to add it on now.
So speaking of the tow package, I read a rumor that like the tow, like they built in like the hitch, they just hide it behind the bumper or something. And
do you know who told you that? That was me.
Was it you?
I told you that.
Yeah. So like, what did you like actually pay for anything? Like it was always there?
No. I don't have it. I was looking into the tow package option for my. I have a Model Y. Yeah. And I was like, oh, let me get a tow hitch on the back so I can get like a little cart thing from Harbor Freight.
Right.
But I saw on Reddit that people were like, 50% of these cars are going out with it just on there, and then they charge you. They could just cover it up. There's like a little plastic cover.
Right.
There's literally on printables. There's a 3D printed tool that someone created to pop that cover off the back of your Tesla.
Oh my gosh.
To see if you actually have one there or not.
And you did.
I have not yet. Again, like many things,
you haven't gotten to it yet.
I get sidetracked very easily.
Clayton's been grinding side quests since he was a little kid. They're just all side quests.
You should see me playing. I've been playing a lot of Fallout 76, and it's
oh, dude, I love the Fallout franchise.
I was like, oh, let me start playing. Like, I'm gonna do this mission, and then all of a sudden I get a notification that event's starting up. I was like, well, I gotta do that event now.
Right.
It's taken me like weeks upon weeks upon weeks to do just some of the basic story missions.
I don't feel like, given the rise in ADHD and all this stuff, like, all these massive, exploratory world type games, like, I don't understand how people even complete the main thing where it's like you've got all these side quest distractions constantly coming at you, you know?
Agreed. It's there's a lot that you can get sucked into with.
But I guess if you're having fun, like, who cares? So I don't know.
Hey, I'm looking at parts here. So
Yeah.
what step are I'm looking at step 13. At
Okay.
this point, I got my tube assembled.
Okay, you got the tube
inserted.
back in there, and then did you get your zip ties back on there? Did you kind of bundle it all back up again?
Oh, let me get 2 zip ties.
Let's before we skip on to 13.
Wait, was I supposed to use a whole new thing? Did I already screw this up?
What do you mean? A whole new thing
Inside
of what?
this whole thing is a whole dock. Look at inside this bag is a whole dock.
No, that whole dock is for the other tool. We're updating the first tool, and then Oh, really? Did they give us an extra? Did they give you an extra there?
I don't know. It says dock.
So wait,
here's the dock.
What's inside the dock? Show me. I want to see the.
It's inside the dock is the.
I'm gonna switch to my split screen here. Wait, where'd you go? There he is. You got a whole nother dock in there.
I had a whole dock. It's a printed dock. And
it's just
the same extra bolts that go.
So they gave you a whole nother. Oh! I know what that is. Okay, so take the dock that you've been working with and give me a close up of the because there was an old version. There was an old version that had a different mount for the silicone, the nozzle stopper part. So can you walk up to the camera, and I'll show you mine. You show me yours, I'll show you mine.
Yeah, these are definitely different shapes.
Yep. Okay. Oh man. So we must have not looked at it. No.
The top.
Yep. You want the fat boy. You want that fat boy. Okay.
Right, so I gotta take this all apart.
Yeah, but the good news is you know exactly what you're doing now. That should be quick. Sorry about that. I didn't think about that.
Right.
So guys, the I'm gonna see if I can't. I'll get a close up so people can see what we're talking about here on my secondary. So let me grab an early version for reference, which I have.
Let me do this and move some of this out of the way.
Yeah, do some maneuvering. Okay, good. Here's a good look at it. So if you early on had one of the earlier models, the dock part was narrower, which created some additional challenges when you were trying to take the dock on and off of the machine. So they redid this printed part so that it's a little bit wider. So if you look, I'll hold them side by side here on my, and unfortunately, I don't know if you're going to see this, Clayton, because I'm on my secondary camera.
Yeah, that's okay.
But I think you already know what the deal is. You'll see the profile from the top down is a little bit different, and in that hole is where what we're going to install in step 13, we call it like the nozzle stopper. It's basically to keep the nozzle from like leaking when the part's not being used. It's just a little stopper. So you'll see, we'll get to that in a second. But anyway, it looks like they printed the part and sent it with the kit for you, so you didn't have to print. I didn't think to warn you about that. I'm sorry.
I might have, I can't remember if when I bought the upgrade kit, if it was, like if I had to select that I had one of the earlier XL units.
Yeah, they've gotten a lot better about like trying to make sure that they're getting you the right version of stuff. So this is like the strength and the drawbacks of the continual improvement and the open, movement. Like I love it, right? Because it's like we can unlock new features by just printing new parts and stuff like that. But for people that are not into that, it's a whole extra thing, right? We're like, oh, I've got the wrong version, and so it creates version control trouble. In this case, I don't think it's trouble. We're just, of course, talking and jumping around without reading everything. And so, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. But better to find it now than to mount the whole thing and be like, oh, that's right.
Okay, so I'm going to try to...
Go grab some nylocks over here.
All right, so that goes in the bottom. Yep.
Did you guys have a good Labor Day break? Did you were you traveling or you were back from Florida at that point? Yeah.
Yeah. I got back. I went on a. If anybody, I didn't post about it. So.
Oh, is it
I went on
secret?
vacation. No.
No.
I just when I go on vacation, I'm super weird like that. I don't know. Maybe it's my wife and I. We don't like posting that we're going on vacation.
Well, no, that makes sense. I mean, you don't, because then people show up at your house and take all your things while you're gone. So
That's basically why. Yeah, but I took my boys to Florida for a week before school started without my wife. My wife,
What?
unfortunately, wasn't able
oh,
to
she
make
didn't go
it.
with.
Yeah.
Oh, was she working?
Yeah, she had to work. She works in schools, and they had a big back to school thing that she had to be there for, orientation type thing for new teachers and whatnot.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Am I putting this in correctly?
Well, what are we asking here?
Yes, I got that. Okay.
Okay.
Never
Oh,
mind.
that was rhetorical. Okay, good.
No, I just had to scroll back up. I wanted to make sure I was putting it in the correct orientation for the.
Hey, I'm proud that you're double checking. I think that's you've grown. You've grown.
Did you end up doing anything for?
I had a fantastic weekend. We stayed local, but we did a ton of different stuff. We had some family come to town. So my son just started high school, and
Wild.
he is loving it. I mean, he was like, oh my gosh, middle school was just so boring comparatively, like with all the stuff they got going on. So the last two, Fridays we've been going to the football games, and
Wow,
it's
cool.
it's pretty great here because it's like the whole town shows up, and it's like the Friday night, lights event, and so anyway, we had the second. For this one, we went to a cousin's football game that was nearby. They're from Reno, and they came to town to play a team close to us. And so we went and watched that, and then had dinner, barbecue there, and just made a whole evening of it. And then we spent the week, the day at the lake on Saturday. We had some friends come out to picnic, and it was karaoke night at the sports lounge. So there was all kinds of stuff going on. Oh, there was like a great family fun day thing where one of the parks here was just filled up with cornhole and all the
that's
100 different sports for the kids and squirt guns and water balloons. And
Good
it was
family
good,
activities.
wholesome family fun day, So yeah, we did a little bit of everything. We had a movie night. We had a. By the way, did you look up and see? Did you to look into that before summer's over? You got to see if you can get the drive-in near you, man. It's such a good family event.
Oh my gosh! Listen to what I saw, and then I'm so disappointed. I saw. We went to Niagara Falls area, my wife and I, a few weeks ago, to do back to school shopping, which I so enjoyed.
Right, because you get your new Crocs.
But on the way back, where this story's going, is I saw a drive-in theater all the way out there, and I was like, oh my gosh, we were talking about the drive-in and whatnot, and then literally we're driving past the drive-in theater on these back roads, going back to Rochester, back road style. I passed a storefront that was selling one of those Japanese utility trucks that I had been dying to get my hands on. And it was a fully decked out one. And I was like, we have to stop. We have to stop.
Yeah.
And then I get home, and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna look this up and find this and contact this guy. I really want to get this truck. I can't buy that truck and register it in New York. They don't allow you. New York State has banned those trucks a handful of years ago. So I can't register it. I can't drive it. I can't get it insured and drive it on the road here, which is just absolutely stinks.
Is it a right-hand drive? Is it because it's that?
But it's apparently it's an emissions thing.
Of course it is.
Or what they're claiming. What
That's a bummer.
I think it was like 8,000 for this decked out.
I mean, what would you've really done with it? What is it? Is it just because it's cool?
What I've really done with it? Can you imagine the content that I can make with that thing?
That's what you say about everything, though. It's like, oh, content, man, content.
You know, we we're doing some stuff around the house. That's like, telling my wife, was like, I should be recording this. I could turn this into content.
Yeah, that's the reason I can't do what you do, because it's like I'll never get anything done if I'm constantly trying to record it, you know? But you seem to thrive.
Like, really got me into that whole mindset was Joel.
Of course
years
it will.
ago. I had a
Content,
phone call,
baby.
And he was,
yeah.
And he was like, you need to be recording that. That's content. You could post a video about that. I was like, that's a fantastic idea. No, like literally everything I'm doing, I was like, can I turn this into a video? Like, how do I turn this into a video?
I mean, yeah, why not, right?
Can you imagine that? That would have been so cool. I could have gone through the whole process of how I bought the truck, how I got it home, because I was like, did I drive it home or did I tow it with my buddy?
I mean, I'd have watched it, but
down on the side
I don't know if I'm a good.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, Hobo Banana says you can't register those in Oregon either. I guess that's
yeah,
it's a whole thing. I would have thought emissions would be like better, like in because they're Japanese.
I would have thought as well,
K
especially
cars,
since
K
they're so
trucks?
small. Yeah, they're so small.
Mhm.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Don't know.
I don't know, but apparently people that have them here, at least in Rochester, there's a few around town that I've seen, which are not supposed to be driving them on the road, but apparently they do drive them on the road. They're just for people that have like lots of land and they'll drive it around their land.
Okay.
Which is, I don't have land like that.
What kind of landowner are you anyway? Jeez.
My wife was like, where would you even park that? Not at our house. And I was like, I'd park it over at the studio. And she was like, where would you park it at the studio? Because I don't have a garage. I was like, I don't know, outside, I guess.
These are future Clayton problems, you know? These are not
it was one of those things where I was so excited and then immediately shot down.
Like, listen, don't confuse the issue here with logistical details. We don't need to worry about where would you. But you actually have plenty of parking at your. I've been to your little spot.
Let's not talk about that.
Okay, all right.
I do have plenty of parking. Hey, that's future content ideas.
Future content ideas, everybody.
Is the zip tie supposed to go in a particular, like the head of the zip tie supposed to go?
So yeah, if you look at the printed part, you'll see like a notch. If you're holding it the backside, so you can see those nuts. There's like a little notch on the right side. That's where the head of the zip tie rests. Okay. You see what I'm talking about? I don't think it's a super critical issue, but there is a space for it.
Yeah, I might have to use another zip tie.
Thankfully, zip ties are cheap and abundant, you know?
I have purchased, speaking of zip ties, I keep meaning to, another content idea is...
This guy.
If you haven't seen them, it's the 3D zip figures, 3D zip guy, 3D zip... I can't remember. It's a guy someone that creates 3D printable zip tie action figures. And
just like action figures out of zip ties?
You 3D print the body parts, and then they all connect together via zip ties.
That's fascinating.
It's wild.
I want to see that. That sounds cool.
A ton of them. I know. I bought Batman, Magneto, Spider-Man, Iron Man. Have I printed any of them? No.
You'll get there. People are so creative, man. I gotta say.
I know. There's some
square nut.
People out there. Okay. So I got this going here.
Are we ready for step 13?
I am almost ready.
Okay.
And we're an hour and a half in. Technically, I mean, we're really just like an hour in.
You know what? If we have to part to it, or if we want to, just go as far as we want to go, I'm flexible. I know. You know me. I enjoy doing this kind of thing, and I love chatting with everybody. And it's so awesome to see everybody here. Tell us in the chat what you guys are up to today. What are you guys building? I've got Jake from State Farm. We've got Llama showed up. Karen Chow. Yeah, Jake. He's a big fan.
And yes, I am from Rochester, New York. Here in the ROC.
Rochester. Upstate. Good old beautiful upstate New York.
I'm in Rochester, New York. Rochester.
I know good friends of mine, Bill and Brittany Duran, are from your neck of the woods, that Oswego, which is pretty close to you, isn't it?
Yeah. I've talked to them before about that. And by the way, I'm burning through zip ties. I've already screwed up the zip tie process.
Somehow he's managed to use all of his zip ties. It's like you only need 2, and he used an entire bag.
I forgot to zip tie the other cable in there.
Yeah.
The PTF tube in there.
Don't forget the E. The E is an important part. PTFE. PTFE.
No. It's too many.
Just PTF? Too many letters for you? Yeah. Polyterraflora, and then not the last one. No ethyl. I don't know. I probably botched it anyway. Oh, I need a square nut. I lost my square nut there as well.
Actually, pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
How do I? Which way is the cable here going? Never mind.
Which it should. Yeah, there's only one way. He's got it. They've created a nice.
Have thought of everything. There's a little channel for it.
They think of everything, man. Perfectly shaped channel for your wire guide. Is that what they were calling that plastic part? The black.
I wasn't sure where you were going with that, but you know.
Yeah, that's where I was going. Right where you expected me to go.
Okay. All right, back on now to new dock assembly nozzle seal.
Yeah, good. Okay, good. So 13, is that it? Step 13?
Step 16.
Oh, you're on 16. Oh, look at you. Hold on. Did you skip over 13 because we had to put together the dock assembly parts prep, but you already did. You've already accounted for those?
No.
Look at 13 and find those parts.
I got the bag.
Okay,
I got
good.
the bag. I think my parts look different.
Do they?
Yeah.
How?
Yes.
How do they look different?
Different.
What looks different? I need to see what's different.
Steel. Let me come up to your camera. This is not it looks like, well, I don't know if it matters. This is a gray tab. Focus on it. And then this is not recessed here.
Put your hand behind it so it focuses. There we go. Okay, so the color of the silicone doesn't matter. So here, I'm gonna go.
This isn't. Yeah, I figured that didn't matter. But this, I see in the guide, there's like a recessed channel.
Yeah, and that should be okay. That should be okay. That you have a newer variant of that, and that's fine. So I'll hold mine up so you can see it, and the people at home. So this is the one I've got. There's a little bit of a different variant. The reason it's different is because it's so close to the nozzle, it's got to be a high temp plastic. So you may have a molded part, or it could be the PCCF, the high temp polycarbonate blend.
Sounds good.
But at any rate, you do need to find that screw in the spring though.
Yep. I've got those. Okay. I've got those. They were inside the bag with it.
Okay, good. And I heard terrible clicking coming from my printer in the other room, so that's...
Oh, you want to go check on that real quick?
Yeah, I think I might. I'm doing this HueForge that's very ambitious. I'm excited about it, but I don't want it to fail.
You showed me the preview of that.
I'm excited.
Awesome. You're going to lose yourself.
I'm going to lose myself in the moment. You want it. Yeah, you know what? I wonder if I should not. So Steve, big music fan, Steve that runs the HueForge project, and we've been doing these album art bits, and he's done some with Joel, but we're trying to do them like big on the XL, so my other 5 tool in the other room, And they look great. My problem is I don't think I cleaned that sheet very well, and the corners were starting to peel up on the album because it's at the full build volume.
Oh, you're using the full. You didn't even when I printed the huge spawn.
Well,
poster,
just under full. But
yeah,
yes,
I made sure that it was smaller because I was the exact same concern I had was the corners lifting so that I could have some mouse ears.
Did you end up doing mouse ears? Is that what you did?
Yeah. And it worked perfect.
On the Giga, right? You did it on that Giga Max. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The first print I did, the bottom half, one of the corners, I didn't have the leveling. The offset was too low or too high or something like that.
Yeah.
So I on the fly adjusted, and then it looked great the second part.
But you were able to get that done on the first try with just kind of watching it and
yeah.
First try. Nice.
Okay.
All right, so we're getting that nozzle seal in there. So you're on 16. What step are you on here?
Yep. Okay. Step 16. So I see the notch for it. I can shove that in the hole. Nope. Yep. Okay. I can shove it in the hole.
You got the spring under there? The spring is important. So it goes spring, then the printed part with the little lever arm that you showed me on the camera, and then the nut goes through the top, and then that's how it fastens into the part. So I'm going to walk mine up to the camera so you can see it.
Bro, that doesn't where they show that. What step was that? They didn't show that.
It is the... Let's see here. I'm going to look. It is zip tie... Locate the hole for the nozzle seal. So
insert nozzle seal.
I think they're trying to tell you to prepare. Yeah, see, this is a good feedback because I don't see between step 13 and step 16 where they show you the spring.
Right.
But you have the spring, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I've got the spring.
And so I'm looking at the instructions here. I'm going to go so people can see what I'm looking at. So what you're going to do is you're going to put the spring in the hole on the left side of that dock part.
Yep.
And then you're going to put the printed part. You should see how that kind of fits over. Yeah. And then you're going to run the screw through the spring. And then you should still have that square nut in there. Or no, do we need to put a square nut in there? Because remember, we changed the printed part. So we need to put a square nut in there.
Where was that?
That is a great question. Let's look. I feel like we're missing some detail here, aren't we?
You can step the square nut in there.
Okay, so if you look at step 14.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Step 6. I'm supposed to insert that square nut in there.
Okay, so we skipped ahead. Okay, step 6. Yeah. Step 6.
I got a square nut in the bag. In the bag.
Okay, so that we have that detail, but the spring detail, I'm not finding that.
Sorry, does this just squarely shove that in there, right?
Yeah, you might need a pair of needle nose. It's a tight fit, but you got to press that in there and bottom it all the way out.
Oh my God, this is gonna be a little trouble.
No, you got it.
There we go. You know what's handy is the tools that Prusa sends you with the XL.
I've got so many of these orange screwdrivers and the needle
really?
nose.
Those are nice.
Yeah.
No, these
these
Klingon looking tools that
yeah, the stamped wrenches. Yeah, I got them here.
Yeah. Oh no.
Did you lose the screw? Would you? Okay.
No, I moved my screw bin and a bunch of the screws just that I had separated out just kind of moved all together. That'll be. We'll get to that when we get to it.
Getting in close here. So basically, we've got this little silicone flap. The nozzle, when it parks, sits right over top of that, keeps it from oozing out, and this whole thing is spring mounted so that it can move up and down as there's variance. I mean, there's really not a lot of variance when it parks, but That's the spring we're talking about. Now, why there's not detail, I'm not sure. So there might be a comment.
I'm going to. So then I take the screw, right? The screw. I shove that in there, and then I tighten that down.
Correct.
Right.
So that's the. I'll tell you how long. Starting in May 2024, you may receive a gray nozzle seal, which is what you got, and they're identical. And then see, it says. So they don't give you a visual of it, but I can say that in step 13, there is a little info thing at the very bottom. It says slide the spring over the M30 screw, taking care not to let it fall off. What's confusing about that is you really need to put the screw through the nozzle seal part first, and then you put the spring on it. So I'm going to take this off so I can hold it up and you can see what it looks like.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. That'll be easier than what I'm trying to do right now. All right, so I'm going to take... Oh.
So I'm going to walk up to the camera.
Yep. Take the spring out. I'm going to put the spring over the screw and put this in the hole.
You see my camera?
Bada bing, bada boom. Yes.
That's what we're going for.
Yep. That's what I did there. I got you.
Perfect.
Thanks. All right, now I'm going to try and
don't drop the spring, and then just like rock that in from the side and in there, and then tighten that in. And we're in business.
How does it say how? Is that supposed to be flush?
It's designed to be it's designed to be adjustable, so just enough so it starts to tighten, and then we can when we do our calibration, you can adjust the height of that once it's set.
Okay. How? All right, that's in there. I've got it made. There's like a quarter of an inch maybe showing.
Sure.
Lift. Yeah. Nice. Okay. I'm doing it.
He's doing it. He's doing it. He's doing it well.
Oh, now we get to disassemble
the dock.
Nextruder.
Yeah, the next step 17, baby. We're moving on. Let's see. Karen Chow in the chat says she just got translucent purple TPU. Wondering if she should print her gummy bear with it. That sounds pretty cool.
Where is that from?
Yeah, now you've done it. You let Clayton know you have a filament he doesn't have, and he's gonna want to go get it. Hey, Cookie.
I want some purple TPU. I feel like and
a translucent purple.
I know, a translucent as well.
That sounds pretty cool.
I'm not even really familiar. No, I have played with translucent TPU. I've never printed TPU on the XL.
I have. I did the. Wait a minute. Didn't you try to do the basketball out of a TPU on XL?
I lied. I did do TPU on the XL.
You're a lying liar.
I stand corrected. I have done TPU on the XL.
Somebody's paying attention to what he's told. And how did it go for you? I mean, the basketball. We all remember the old a couple months ago. Everybody printing the.
Everybody.
I got one right. I got one right here. I got the Gen 12.
I have one in the other. I've got a bunch of them still.
Party line.
They're still not as good as the ones that. Man, the ones that we got to play with at Rapid TCT
will not break. Oh, those are right.
Those are the legit ones.
Oh yeah. I mean, again, cool. Like. Worth $2,000? Absolutely not. But fun demonstration of technological capabilities, I suppose. All right.
Yeah, that was a huge forge print. That was 8. I did 8 color changes on the Giga for the Spawn poster, which was awesome.
Man, how long did that take? How long did that Spawn poster take?
That was
a big boy.
Each part. I want to say the bottom half was 12 hours. Man, I can't remember how long the top half was.
A lot.
It was about 24 hours in total. Yeah, but I had a camera monitoring it because it would just sit there, and I'd have to check to see when the print had paused for me to change the colors. But Pooch, one thing you should try out that I want to do, it's sort of the not what HueForge is intended for, which is, you know, the idea with HueForge is you print really thin layers so that the colors blend together as you're printing over other colors, so you can create different shades. What I really think is cool, or potentially would be really cool, is printing it, not like ignoring that and printing it chunky. So taking the design and chunkifying it so that you really have some thick mountains and valleys.
Chunkifying, so is that a technical term?
Chunkifying.
I like that.
It is. It's a technical term. You'll find it on the HueForge forums as well. So it's you know, I've considered getting a doctorate in chunkifying, but you know,
chunkification.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty awesome.
No, but Karen, it gives it a little bit more like a visual texture to it.
Yeah. There's something about the way a HueForge like casts. It's just like, you know, a lot of people are like, I don't get it. You know, why wouldn't you just like make a nice print or something? And I'm like, you know what I mean? Like a flat poster print or something, and you know, take it to Kinko's. And I'm like, because the way that light passes through it and bounces off it and casts shadow, like creates a dynamic that you just don't until you like see it and hold it. So I don't know if you guys are gonna go to any events coming up. I know he's gonna be at IRF showing off some great stuff, and like once you get your hands on them or once you run one, you're like, oh, I get it now. I get it.
It definitely takes a little bit to wrap your head around. Like it definitely took me a little bit to wrap my head around that.
Yeah.
Untighten the screws until the cable. So I'm on step 17, right? I'm releasing.
Yep, we're not doing full release yet. We're not. You're taking off the. You're unhooking the.
Yeah, there we go.
The plastic piece. You're taking the PTFE out. You're disconnecting the wiring from the Nextruder.
Yep. So then I can do this. What's a Festo fitting? Is that
the Festo is what holds the PTFE tube into the Nextruder. So that's the part where you push the little blue part down and it releases the PTFE tube from the Nextruder.
Is that what the blue part is called? Is that the
Festo? that brand of that connector? I mean, it's a type of pneumatic connector, but that brand is called a Festo.
Oh, okay. And then press the secure pin to remove the cable. The what? Oh, I'm just removing the. Okay. Oh,
shoot. So I have taken off the mount block. So I'm going to switch camera angles so people can see.
Is this supposed to do this? I guess it is. I didn't realize that the
door. Yeah, it flips open. Yeah, it is supposed to do that.
I thought I just broke something.
Nope, that is as designed. That's not a bug; it's a feature. So I've removed this honkin' polycarbonate block that holds the single tool onto here from the Nextruder. And we're gonna replace this part with the, I guess I would call this the male component of the tool changer. So when it's docked, this is what the tool changer bracket locks onto. So instead of a rigid mount, we've got a kinematic mount now.
Okay.
And that's what we're going to do next. So we are on you're on step 18, right? So you're taking off that printed part. You're right there with me. So you're going to take those torque screws out.
Oh, those are long ones.
So there's two that are on the fan side, not the print fan, but the hot end cooling fan. And then you got the two that are on the print fan side as well. So there's the orange screws and then there's the green screws on the second photo. and that should free the whole printed block for you, and then you can put that safely with all your XL extra parts in case you ever want to go back to a single tool. Why you would want to go back to a single tool? I don't know. But, you know.
Yeah. Would anybody ever go back?
You know what? 2 is too many. It's too many. I'm going back to 1. It was a simpler time.
Okay.
I might have to take a bio break here. That coffee went through me there. I should probably mute my mic.
Oh. Okay. Oh, nice. All right. That's
I'll just take the mic off to be safe. Nobody needs to hear that. Karen Chow, really quick. Karen Chow says that that the TPU is a MatterHackers MH build series, I guess.
Oh, nice. All right. I'll have to take a look at that. Thank you.
Check out MatterHackers.
Yeah.
And Karen, are you going to go to Printopia? Wait, did I mute myself? No, I don't think so.
One solid cube. Yeah, I agree. It's you know, if I'm not breaking something, at least during a live stream, then it's not really an Uncle Jesse live stream. So let's just throw this XL off the table. So this is for anybody joining late. We are doing a co-stream here, Pooch and I. We definitely could have better audio. If you haven't already, one suggestion was to, if you want to watch my stream, we're both co-streaming. So he's got a stream over on his channel. Mine's up here. And then if his audio sounds like it might be coming through better on his side. So what you can do is pull up the audio on that one here. If you wanted to watch this or watch it on his side, doesn't matter. But yeah, what we're doing is upgrading my Prusa XL. I bought the single to dual head upgrade kit, and I've been holding on to this for a few months. So we're now going through the process of upgrading this, which is exciting.
Yeah, so, I'm back. Can you hear me again? I'm back.
Oh wow, that was fast, man. Did you wash your hands?
Of course, I washed my hands. What kind of animal do you think I am? There we go. And I dried them. Can you believe it? You guys miss me? That was a good summary. Yeah, we apologize. We spent a good 20 minutes messing with audio, and I think we got to at least to a tolerable place. But we learned some lessons, and this is good. You were actually the first guinea pig to try co-streaming this way. I did see when I was doing some research on it. It looks like YouTube now allows you to dual or co-stream directly through the interface, but I think you have to initiate that through the YouTube Studio. I don't know. It didn't seem like it was as ideal as having OBS to do multiple scenes and stuff. Right. So we tried it this way.
Not that I've ever done anything super complex, but I like in OBS. I mean, I can make your window as big or small as I want. If I want to flip on my webcam, I can. If you know. Right.
You got some more freedom, but the audio challenges with OBS and the monitoring takes a little getting used to, for sure.
Still connected. Be gentle about the cables. Gotcha.
All right, where are you at? What did I miss?
Step 19. I'm gently moving the fan away. Gently move the heatsink fan to the side. With a 2.5 millimeter Allen key, remove the 310 screw from the lower hole, leaving the hole empty.
Wow, that's interesting. I wonder why they want us to. Oh, yeah, I know why. Because of the implications.
The gigaflop. Because of the implications. You keep saying that word.
That word. You keep saying that word.
You know, we get them tipsy.
Tipsy topside? Tipsy topside.
We can get the mattress downstairs.
Man, I didn't have any. Man, I'm getting hungry. I might have to have a little snacky too. I don't like to eat on stream typically.
Hey, can I ask everybody in the chat a question, and even you, Pooch?
Yeah.
What's the purpose of Uber Eats?
Like to have other people bring you food.
I get it, but every time that I've ever used it, which is not very many, it's been like twice. It was far more efficient for me to leave, go pick up the food, and bring it directly home.
Oh, it's not an efficiency. It's not an efficiency.
Waiting an hour for someone to deliver cold Taco Bell to me. Like, it was pizza in this case, but I was like, what? There's no point in this. Why am I? What? I guess if I literally can't get out and get somewhere, then yeah, I could understand.
Right.
I also ordered something for my dad in another state via Uber Eats, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Where is this person going?" Like, 'cause
You're
you can walk
watching and they're
them.
just you're trying to track them, and it's like they're just
I'm like,
wandering. Wow.
what is going on? Are they going to visit a friend? Like, what's what's going on here?
Okay, that's funny.
man.
Yeah, I think, well, because it's through Uber, first of all, you're kind of beholden to Uber drivers and their schedule around stuff, right? So I can't say that I've used DoorDash quite a bit, and I've used Postmates, I guess, in the past. So I don't know. Maybe the speed will vary. A lot of times I'll look to see if like a restaurant has their own delivery option first, because it's, they time it better that way, right? Maybe.
Sorry, I'm looking at this step here. So we removed that screw. I'm putting the fan back in place, and I'm going to add 2 other screws to that.
Yeah, so you took that screw out because the way that the part mounts that we're installing next is a little bit different than the single tool variant, right? So you'll see there's a printed part that kind of redirects the airflow over the hot end cooling fan, and that's how we actually mount part of the side of the.
You know what I should have printed was
What's
one
that?
of those screw guides, the little.
Oh, so you can measure out the. I've got one right here you can use.
Thanks. Because I have no idea what the 3. Okay, I got 2 of them. I think this is them.
You're talking about that guy, right? Like these little doohickeys. Those are great.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah.
One of those. I need one of those that Prusa had that I saw in a little viral post there that they.
Oh, was it the one where you can roll them and they fall into their little sorter thing? Because that was sweet. I keep saying I want to print that too.
Back in there? No, that came from the extruder. Hold on.
Get organized, my friend.
Insert 2 M320 RT screws. I don't have screws that are that long. I don't have screws that long.
Hold on, the M320. Those might have been some that you just removed from the other part. I think 20 is actually. These look like 25s to me.
Oh yeah, they are. Do not throw them away. MR320.
Yeah, these are 24s, but yeah. Anyway,
I got it. It was from step 18.
You good? You good?
I'm good, bro.
You good? Yeah. Hey, Mayhall, Andrew. Yes, this is the single to dual head. That is what we are doing, and we are moving along at our own special pace, the way that we often do. This is not. If you were here for,
as your special little boy.
Is that what he said?
No, you. I was joking about you.
Special little boy.
Hey, is
is
Andrew
tight.
bringing Jeff to Earth or
That's
to 3D
That's a good
Printopia?
question. I don't know. Andrew, are you bringing Jeff to 3D Printopia? I don't know if he was planning
Anybody
to
that
do
doesn't
that.
know,
I
3D Gloop has a ginormous robot arm that last year they had tug of war.
Yeah,
with,
it's super cool.
Wild. It was wild.
And then there was the helmet competition. There was awesome 3D printed helmets for it too.
Andrew and I know all about the 3D printed helmets, Andrew. I owe Andrew like 18 3D printed helmets at this point.
Just 18?
Just 18 of them.
Just 18. Yeah.
I've got step 19. I'm square.
Okay, what's next?
Grub screw relocation.
Okay.
Step number 20.
Gonna get grubby with it?
Okay, I've got to hold this to the screw, the grubs. I'm growing up Degrassi. Hold the Nextruder as described to prevent the nozzle from falling out of the heatsink after loosening the grub screw.
Boy, that is really...
Locate the grub screw. Oh, it's right there. Okay. Use the Torx, the Chworkin screw.
The Twerks? Torx.
That's not
There we
right.
go. Okay, I got it. All right, we are on. You said you're on 20, right? Grub screw relocate.
Using the
Yeah.
relocate the grub screw from the upper hole to the lower hole.
That's right. So let's make sure. Okay, so if you're looking at your Nextruder,
Yeah, I'm taking it out the top hole and I'm going to put it in the lower hole.
that's correct. And so the nozzle will probably be a little bit loose right now as you're doing that. If you were to pull that out, good.
Hey,
so that's
by the way, is this how I just swap out the nozzles?
Yeah, yeah. And the reason that we're moving it down is because there is a little cheater hole in the part that we're mounting, so that you don't need to take this whole thing apart to change the nozzles.
So if I wanted to go from right now, because eventually I'm going to be installing I've got a 0.6.
Now would be a great time to do that, actually. Even though it's not on here. Now, does it say, I don't think it says on here, but I'm telling you,
we should do that right now.
It's not going to get any easier to change that nozzle than it's going to be for you right now.
Okay, so let's change the nozzle. That's not gonna, there's not enough room.
Not enough room. Oh, you need to, so pop open that little flap on the side, the access port to your dwarf board. And if you want to here, look at my camera. Remember how you said, oh, look, is that supposed to do that? Remember that little cover, the shroud?
Yep. Yep.
So if you open that up, at the very top, there's a black cable at the very top. That's your heater cartridge plug. Unplug that. We're just going to give ourselves a little slack so you can drop this whole thing out of there. And then right underneath it is the thermistor wire. There's like a little tab, and if you just move that in and pull it out, that's your thermistor.
Yep.
And you're going to remove those two, and then you should be able to, if your grub screw is loose, you should be able to drop your nozzle out the bottom. Yep. And just be careful with the wires as they reroute. And then unscrew the nozzle from the heat block, the aluminum block. So for that, you might need to, hold it with a pair of pliers. It depends on how tight it's in there. So you got those wrenches that you were showing me earlier too are good for that as well. You should have 2 wrenches that'll allow you to do all that.
Nope, not that one.
And while I've got this off, I'm gonna swap off. So these socks, I got these colored socks from a company overseas. I don't remember what they're called. I'll tell you in just a sec. I think Levendigs. But I color code these depending on what size nozzle's in there, so I have a better visual of like which.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Which nozzle's in there? That's a pro tip for you guys.
Boom,
and I
look
got
at that.
red ones. I use red ones for 0.4s. I think I got inspiration for that from the Revo people at E3D, or the E3D people.
I just got my first set of Revo nozzles from E3D.
What are you gonna put the Revo on? What machine do you have that uses Revo?
I have a project that I'm working on with getting the Revos on one of my Neptune 4 Pluses in a special hot swappable system.
Hey, that's cool. Okay, yeah, so if you're looking at my camera, I'll give you here's the angle. So,
right. 2 seconds, let me find the nozzle.
Yeah, that's fine. While you're doing that, I'm just sharing with the people. The company is called Levendigs, Levendigs, and they make different color silicone socks for the Mark IV and the XL size nozzle, plus a bunch of other types of nozzles. And I like to use these as a visual indicator of what nozzle I have installed. And so I'm going to put the red one on my 0.4 here while I've got it out and easily accessible.
So they make those specifically designed for different kinds of printers?
Yeah, they do. They do. So here's the stock black one that comes with it, and then I got red and blue and green. So my reds are 0.4, my blue are 0.6, my greens are 0.8, and my black I use for hardened, but you could do 1.0s. Here they are.
Jeez Louise. Man, I could not find that nozzle anywhere.
There were the extra ones that came in the box that you just had. Remember that?
No, I found it. It was just not with everything else.
Of course it wasn't.
Okay, so then all I do is I insert that back in.
The whole process backwards. Yes.
Okay. And then tighten that in.
So I am putting the red socks on my 0.4 nozzle. There we go. All right, now you can be just like your friends. Wrong size.
All right, so fishing that nozzle back through there, those wires.
Yep.
Hey, is there a orientation that this is supposed to go in? Is it like at a, it looks like it's going in angled. Okay, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, it does. It goes in angled, so the wires kind of collide with the heat sink on the, and it's supposed to be just slightly rotated. That's normal.
And it's loose, right? Oh yeah, because I don't have the grub screws in.
You gotta, yeah, once the grub screw's in, it'll, so seat it all the way down, tighten the grub screw, and we should be good to go.
I got you.
You got me?
So that's kind of cool. It doesn't have to be, that whole nozzle is just, it's not like other printers where you have to thread that in. And, you know, that there's the, like on the old Creality style, what is that? I can't remember what type of.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. The M6 or whatever. Yeah, well, you can do it a couple different ways, right? There's some quick change nozzle tools where you actually like just loosen that grub screw and you know, not have to unplug it from the dwarf board. I just got a bunch of extra heat blocks and assemblies so that I can just unplug it and then replace that whole part. Because I find that to be a lot faster and cleaner than trying to loosen the nozzle from the hot block and then having to heat the whole thing up and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
so
actually, I think I bought another nozzle somewhere. Actually, I think it's for the MK4. Is it the same? Is it the same? Okay.
It's the same. Great. The only difference is the thermistor wire on the XL is a little bit longer. You can make the Mark IV ones work. It's the same kind of thermistor, but they don't give you quite as much length. I would love to see them just like make them all the same length and more universal, but then you've got to deal with a little bit of excess on the Mark IV.
Does the Prusa slicer and these machines support for the XL specifically? If I have a 0.4 nozzle on one and like a 1.0 on another, or not yet?
Coming very, very soon to a slicer near you. That was all I'll say about that.
That's awesome. Okay.
It's probably the #1 requested thing. And it's in private beta right now. I can verify that it's being worked on. That's
awesome.
And it's exciting. Cool. Yeah, but there's a lot of little challenges with getting the thing to slice right when you're like, okay, this layer is 0.2 and this layer is 0.6 and so it's not quite as easy as I think a lot of people just assume it would be. There are hacks around it. Like if you do a search for XL different nozzle sizes on different tool heads, there are workarounds that people have come up with. But the officially supported version of that will be out very shortly.
All right, I'm on to step 21. So
great.
I got that board.
We got our little tool changer board. Good.
Is there a proper end of this cable that I'm supposed to be plugging this into?
I believe they are the same on both ends. So no, you can plug either end in. I think they tell you to do the label side like toward away, not on the tool changer board itself, but I don't think it matters really.
Okay. Oh, and then I need the whatever that printed fin is.
Stop clicking.
Is that your printer that I hear?
Yeah. Nope, it's done it again. I'm just gonna kill this.
Okay, so, and then I need a whole bunch of parts again.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to clean that build plate and maybe do some mouse ears. You know what I should do? I've been using the satin build plate. So I think there's 4 different types of build plate now you can get for all of these.
3, I think.
Yeah, so I don't tend to do a lot of PLA printing, but now that I'm hue forging a little bit more, I do again.
Mm-hmm.
And usually the satin plate is kind of the best of all worlds, right? Because it's like you can print PETG, you can print PLA on it. But I still find that the good old-fashioned PEI sheet seems to be like just the best grab for PLA. So I think I need to get a big. They do make an XL version of it that I need to get because I think I just have texture in satin right now. So I might try the large PEI sheet.
Okay, I think I've got these 2, and then I need a M330.
Mayhall says he still prefers Revo nozzles over the Mark IV and the XL. I know. I was really hopeful that they would stay with the E3D Revo standard, but I don't know. I mean, there's benefits and drawbacks to both. But now that they've figured out the phantom unscrewing issue with Revo, so I don't know if you saw this or not, Clayton, but it was determined, like by a lot of people over the last couple months. This was probably 6 months ago now. That sometimes the Revos would like unscrew themselves during printing, and it had to do well. You know how the nozzles are designed to be like
popping it out.
And every once in a while, you would have one just kind of start to unscrew itself and then, bend or something because it worked itself out. And it turns out that when the printer would go, I don't remember if it was like doing circles like counterclockwise or clockwise, it would induce a torque on the nozzle. And so there was a correction made in the firmware, I think a while ago, that if you have a Revo configured to run on like an older version of your Mark III or 3.5, it would only do like circular patterns like in a counterclockwise thing so that it was tightening the nozzle, not potentially loosening it.
I got you.
Yeah, so that was an interesting discovery, right? Because it's like, who cares? It didn't matter before with the old style nozzles, but now that we have these new nozzle types. So that was a good discovery.
Okay. I got the fan shield. I got this thing going here. Insert 2 M38 BT. I got those here. Into the
So you're mounting your fan shroud?
I'm mounting the fan shroud. Okay.
Very good, comrade. Okay. Let's go back here so you guys can see what step we're on. We're on 21. We got a little printed fan shroud part.
Locate the holes on the screen. Locate the holes on the screen. Locate the 2 holes on the screen. I gotcha. Attach. Oh, that's okay. I got it. I got it.
Should have routed this cable first. If I can still do it this way.
You know what I need is a
stiff drink.
A stiff drink.
Already.
Oh, I can't do that. I have children to pick up today. I have to go drive some buses.
Oh yeah? You on shuttle duty?
I'm on school bus duty this week.
Oh yeah? Well, you're not actually driving a school bus, are you?
Yeah, I got my license.
Class A? You're like a Class A guy?
It's a Class B for bus, obviously.
Oh yeah, that might be. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm joking. I know.
Class A is. I think it's Class A. And you know who? No, Andrew Mayhall would know that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, he had to. I think he had to get his Class A to drive that beast of a truck he got that moves Jeff around.
Oh yeah.
I think, or maybe he didn't. No, I'm pretty sure he did.
Holy moly.
Andrew, what's the story? What class? But I think there might be something more when you're actually like transporting children and stuff too. So maybe that's a different class.
Locate the space between the two M3NS spacers. What in the heck is
What are we on? What are we on? 21 still?
I'm on
No,
24, my man.
Oh, you're on 24. 24. My bad.
I'm cruising along.
Man, where are you? Like, slow down, man. Okay, 23. You got 23 done? And look at the.
Done.
Okay, good. 20. You're on 24, and it's telling you want to locate. Okay, so it's just telling us how we want to route that wire that's coming off the tool changer board.
I gotcha.
No, so you're going behind the fan, that little nook there. There's 2 posts that hold the fan on the front. You're going to go through there. So if you look at the 3rd photo, it's telling you how to run that little tool changer wire. And it's got the label side furthest away from the tool changer board or on the side of the breakout board.
All right.
And then so I got it in there and wired up, and I'm going to go over to my angle here. Let's get rid of that. That's my 0.6 nozzle. So you can see here, I've got the tool changer connector plugged into the base of the dwarf board here. So that's new because that was open before. And we're mounted on the front there, and eventually we'll do the carriage, which I assume is coming back, and it's going to lock on as such. Back to screen sharing. Let's see. Andrew Mayhall says it is Class A for commercial. It is Class B for bus. I don't know if the B is actually for bus, but it is a different classification for bus driving.
See, I told you.
Class B is for buses and people moving. People transport.
Transportations. Oh man, I can't get this wire through here.
I believe in you. You can. Maybe sometimes if you get like your little hex key and kind of help press and guide and.
Yeah, I just got it through. I had to
Attaboy.
Finagle bagel it. Let's see. Okay.
Oh man, bagel sounds really good right now.
I know it does.
Making me hungry. You big bagel guy? It's a lot of carbs. Be honest.
Bagels?
They go right to these hips.
Okay, so I'm on step 25 here.
All right.
Step 25.
Bring it. Oh,
Step 25. I gotta put the Jigga Milwaukee. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. That fits. Okay, I got it. And then I gotta use. Okay.
I got a rotisserie chicken last night, and I deconstructed it all into a Tupperware.
That's good.
Where'd
you get it from?
I was feeling protein. It's just from the local grocery store. It's not a Costco official, but
You know, I'm not a big fan of the Costco one. Surprising.
I love the flavor on these ones.
I don't like the flavor on the Costco one. It tastes weird to me, and it smells weird to me.
No, these are fantastic, and I mean, my guilty pleasure. I leave the skin on, right?
Oh yeah.
You get that extra.
Hey, did I tell you what's a really good treat that you should try? It's low carb. It's low carb. It's not exactly the healthiest for you, but it's low carb.
Tell me.
Is you take a whole bunch of that peeled chicken, shred it up like crazy.
Right.
Then throw it in a pan along with some cream cheese and some butter and some like some other seasonings there that I can't remember the name of off the top of my head. Some like ranch seasonings, and then put in some buffalo sauce there and create some buffalo chicken dip and eat it with celery. Oh my gosh. It's one of my favorites to do with
that. Sounds incredible. I would.
With
10 of 10 would eat. I love me some rotisserie chicken, man.
This is I feel like I'm moving along. This actually isn't that bad.
No, it's really not. I mean, It is detailed though. You know, they do.
Yeah.
They do mark this as one of the harder builds, because it's just so easy to miss a little something that's going to set you back. You know.
Yep.
But you know, when you have time to build with a friend, build with a buddy.
That's right.
Because we've been catching each other.
Thanks for everybody watching and enduring the bad audio. So thank you.
I gotta see how your stream is doing here. I'm gonna kind of pop it open.
Hey,
here.
how does this screw? I gotta bolt this down. I guess hold this. This is just spinning in place.
Bolt her down, baby.
Is there a?
Oh, I'll mute that. Hold on, I'm not gonna skip the ads. I need you to get that ad revenue. Oh, look at this, man! It's hot. It's hopping. It's hopping on your channel, man.
Oh yeah. Hi everyone.
Man, look at all these people.
Hi everyone.
Look at all these people on here. Oh, now we got a JLC 3DP ad running. Are they?
Apologies for that. I thought I disabled.
No, man, you got to get that.
Long.
You got to get paid. You got to get paid, content creator.
Hey, I do want to, I have an idea. I wanted to hear what some people think. I already told Pooch about this. I kind of want to start making some long form, casual content.
Some casual.
And I don't want to call it a vlog.
No,
remember I was talking to you? You were like, that's a vlog, and I was like, no, it's not a vlog.
It's not a vlog. It's
not
not a vlog.
What you're describing to me is a vlog.
Yeah. No.
But it's like, kind of like I'm always working on a million projects, and I feel like a lot of times I don't always show what I'm working on, or it might be like a month or two before you see something, the final production of it. But I kind of wanted to make I don't know if it's a weekly or it's not a 10-minute, 12-minute highly edited video. It's more of a me recording and then mashing together a whole bunch of videos in a vlog-like video.
Okay, so we need a new term. We need terms. We need a better term.
Like, it's
like
not
like a quick hit, like Well, okay, so it's not a vlog because it's not like, hey, you know, here I'm taking a bath, I'm like living my whole life.
Yeah.
It's just, and it's not a short, right?
No, it's intended. I purposefully have it in mind of being not the same of what my normal videos are.
Okay.
And being a little less overproduced and more focused on just kind of like hanging out and seeing what I'm working on at the time. By the way, I don't know if I'm using the right screw. Like,
what step? What step?
Hold on. I'm on
at?
step 25, the very last step.
I'm gonna go to my split screen.
Let me
look at that,
so you can see
yeah,
me.
I see you.
But this, I just need to, I think, hold, like, this is just freely spinning. So every time I try to screw this in.
Oh, that's no good. Okay, so on the back side of that, you don't want that post spinning. Let's see. You know what? That really shouldn't matter. That's going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt to get to because it's behind the print cooling fan. There's there's a flathead screw that tightens that standoff. I think if you just grab that that hex post with a pair of needle nose pliers so it can't spin, and then just tighten that down a nugga dugga so that you know, everything's like in place, you know, but can't move. Let's see. People are suggesting Uncle Jesse After Dark. Not a vlog. I mean, you could just call it not a vlog. That's an interesting. I think you're right, though. I think we need a new category, right? Because it's not a cultivated long form, but it's not a short. It's something in between. It's like a mid. It's mid, as the kids these days. It's just mid. You know, it's just like, it just means it's average. It's
By the way, I now
mid.
know. I know why that's not screwing in properly.
Because you put the too long a screw, or what'd you do?
I put way too long of a screw in there.
You're bottoming out. Yeah.
Where was I just screwing it?
I mean, we're kind
Now I
of
gotta
doing
prep.
a gab sesh now, but it's not a stream, right? So you're
It's
recording
not a
it.
stream. It's more edited down of a stream, but it's not like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like it's, I mean, technically it probably would be a vlog, but it's not. I don't know. It
Yeah,
doesn't
but
feel
it's
like
less. See, this is what I keep telling you, man. The amount of stuff that you would make and could make if you, because you love editing. Well, I don't know if you love it, but you do a lot of it. Like every time I chat with you, you're like, you know, you're sitting on the recumbent or you're on the bike and you're editing and you're at the gym and and I'm like, man, you're spending a lot of time with the edit, and I get it. I mean, it's work.
it is. I don't know. One of these days I will.
Uncle Jesse, the later years. I'm loving these suggestions. It's a highlight reel. I like the idea of calling them mids, right? So if you've got shorts and you've got long form, we call them mids. And yeah, and
I might end up calling
average.
Uncle Jesse. It's not a vlog.
Just not a vlog.
It's not
but
a
like
vlog.
Mash it all together and go, not a vlog.
And then number them. So it's like not a vlog number 1, not a vlog number 2. And then people, it's like, this is clearly a vlog. You keep saying it's not a vlog, but
this word does not mean what I think you think it means. Instead of 1 and 2, they'll go like A and B or Roman numerals. You know, something like that.
My favorite is like I'll watch other people's videos and it will be a vlog, and they're like, all right, this is season 1 of. It's
not a tumor. It's season 1.
Where are we dictating seasons?
You know what? Here's the thing, man. You can do whatever you want. It's your channel. It's okay because it's your channel, right?
You know what's the best thing as well? It reminded you saying that. I think I might have told you when I was here. There's a wall that leads outside of my building. And after I moved into this place and started setting up...
Hold on, newsflash. Are you telling me your building has walls?
It does.
Oh, amazing.
But
okay, go on.
I was talking to one of my buddies. I was like, man, I wish I could put a garage door here and like drive my car in.
You can.
And then he was like, dude, it's your place.
It's your building.
You can do whatever you want.
I'm telling you, dude, I like this idea. And is this going to be our project when I come out after Earth?
This will be our project. But the
are we putting a garage door in? A roll up. What you want is a roll up.
I do. I want a roll up.
You want a roll up. And honest, I say that it's not going to be that bad, but let's be honest. It's us we're talking about. So
and then knowing it's like, whoops, we burst a pipe here.
Right. And there's absolutely no godly reason there should even be a pipe in that wall, but somehow there is. Yeah. And okay. I think it's a great idea, and it would be super handy. But I think we should probably finish the projects we started last year first, maybe.
Those will already be done by the time you get here.
Bolshevik. I know you, homie. I said this literally while I was there. I'm like, I know that this is not going to get touched again until I come back next year.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know you don't.
It is. It's sort of like a behind the scenes, Karen. It is. And I like the video where no glass doors were broken.
We're breaking the glass. We got to get some ladies in here so we can break the glass ceiling. And you would literally like break a glass ceiling somehow. But it would be in the name of, gender equality and progress.
Okay.
All right. Let's get back on track here, man. You're distracting me. We're on 27. What are we at?
I'm on 26. It says open up the plastic door. What is it talking about here?
Okay, remember how you discovered this like an hour ago? And
that's what we're talking about?
Yeah, okay. We're talking about opening the cover for the door. So that breakout board is called the dwarf board, by the way. Don't ask me why, because dwarves. You would think that there'd be 7 of them. But no. You have up till 5. Actually, fun fact, a lot of people don't know this, but there is a 6th connection on the breakout board. So technically, there could be six tools. Now, I know there's not a lot of space in the dock and whether it's meant for a print tool or whatever, but if those who are paying attention, look on the breakout board when you go up to the 5 tool. There is a spot for a 6th tool that is undocumented. How are you doing on time, by the way? Because I know you said you got to run the
I was
bus.
just looking at, my wife was just texting me. I was looking at those like, oh no, do I? No, I'm fine. I've got another at least hour.
Okay.
In me here.
All right.
So this might end up going into overtime, as they say.
We're in OT.
that
I knew that there was a good chance we were going to use all that, and thankfully, because you're 3 hours. At first, when you were giving me that time frame, I'm like, wait, that's going to push into my afternoon. But I'm like, oh wait, that's Eastern time, because time zone.
I mean, I feel like we're chugging along here. I'm on step 27. When we're almost.
Okay, so did you connect? Did you do the electronics connection on the dwarf board there for that the tool changer?
Yes, I did. I did.
Okay. Okay, so good. So you've done that, and then we're closing. So 27 is done, and then 28 is Haribo, which you don't have. So look, dude, we are ready to go on to part 5.
Good job. It says good job. Good job. Well done. Nextruder cable bundle are prepared in the next steps. Let's get to the next chapter.
I'm clicking. Okay. We're on tool changer assembly. Jeez. We're ready. We're ready for the click and lock bits. Hey, Hendrik. Hendrik is in the chat, man. Electroplating.
Oh, man. I'm so upset that he's going to be at this year's 3D Printopia and that I'm not actually going to be able to go this year. I've been dying to talk with him about that whole process.
Dude, so it's incredible. Nobody does it like Hendrik, guys.
No,
he is the master.
The C3.
Oh yeah, yeah. I saw it in at Remurf. He was at Remurf. Hendrik he's traveling a lot these days. I like that. I like that he's traveling. Maybe I should just kidnap him and bring him up to Rochester with me.
Yeah, exactly.
And then who knows where we'll end up.
Oh, Hendrik, did you add in electroplating 3D prints in your YouTube name, your handle? That's pretty cool.
I think he should, given that it's what he's known for, right? I mean,
can you do that? Can you edit your YouTube? I've never edited my handle.
Can you edit your?
Can you handle? Is it like a Twitter handle? Can I just go in there and change my handle anytime I want, and it's still?
I think the. Well, I don't know. Does it change your whole @? Tag? Is it just like a title, or is it all one
I think
and the same?
Your @ tag.
Your whole @ tag. That's a lot.
It's
I don't know if I'd want it that long.
Your name. Okay. We're digressing here. A caution: lubricating handling, lubricant handling. If you didn't know, I have the 3rd grade level of skills for reading third. You know what I'm trying to say.
I do.
Comprehension, reading. My children are better
at talking. Yeah.
And talking. Okay.
So it's talking about watch out for lubricant.
Watch out for the bed. Installing the tool changer parts preparation. I need to get the locks. Pop and locks.
Pop and lock, baby. So these are the bits. We are in step 4. These are the little bits that lock the tool to the carriage. And let me clean up a little here.
All right, I've got the tool changer upper lock times
Good.
2 here.
Good.
Oh no, upper lock and lower lock.
Mine's I put mine in a safe place.
What the heck is a TC push pin?
Oh, what now?
Oh, never mind. It's just called push pin on the dock.
PC load letter. What does that mean?
Moving the previous chapters. I had 4 of those. Sure. Yeah, we got 4 of those.
I put it in a Ziploc. You know when you like take something and you put it in a safe place so that you don't lose it, and then you forget where the safe place is?
Pooch, you are my safe place.
Yeah, I hate it when I do that, right? Like, it was better off just like leaving it out, and at least I knew where it was.
All right, got some push pens.
It's always the last place you look.
Push pens? Push pens?
Wait, did I leave it in this bin? I was like, you know what? I'm going to need that for the stream. I'm going to put it away.
Push pens?
I wonder if I put it in this bin.
Okay, this is the upper and that's the lower. All right, I'm not going to remove those from the bags until I need them. And I need the cover.
All right, you keep going. I'm going to find the part. I put it somewhere safe. I just don't remember where the safe place is just yet. But I will find it. I will find you.
Okay, pairing. Insert each TC push pin into the holes in both metal parts. Okay. I gotcha. Does this make like a, when it tool changes, does this make a satisfying clunking sound?
I think it makes a very satisfying noise. I like the ka-chunk noise. I really do. Oh man, what?
All right,
come
my
on.
push pins. All right, so I need to put this.
Sounds like a rummage sale.
Like so. Like so. Are you right over there?
Yeah. I put them in a Ziploc. So much stuff.
Oh my gosh. These little push pins are...
They're tiny. They're really tiny. And they're, I think they're PTFE as well.
They're solid though.
They are solid. They're Teflon.
Okay, insert each
Or
filament...
Delrin. I think they're Delrin.
No. Insert each PC pin into the holes in both metal parts. Okay, I'm doing that here. This is a very delicate part.
Put it in there.
Awesome. Okay. And I got an extra push pin, a push pop. I should have brought treats, man. Some snacks.
Oh man, push pops. I remember push pops.
Had a coffee.
Coffee talk. I thought I put them in here. I did not put them in here. Sorry guys, sorry for all the rummage noise.
Yeah,
I am dead in the water if I do not have my little carriage locks, which I...
What are you looking for?
So those parts I had, because I originally, the one I had, I converted from a 2-tool to a 1-tool. So the carriage locks I had, when I took them off and I got everything prepped for this stream, I put them in a bag somewhere, because the kit I have, I think, is for a 3-tool to a 4, and I don't have those parts in this kit here.
Oh my gosh, these springs are tiny, man.
No, this says single tool to it. So wait, is this missing parts? There really should be part of this kit too. Let me make sure they're not in any of these other Nextruder. I think these are all just Nextruders though. Oh,
We are
you know what? Interesting. No, that comes installed. So these are all like that.
Oh, there it goes. Just carefully loading springs into this front. These are tiny. I'm afraid these springs are going to go flying, and I'm not going to...
Don't lose those. Definitely don't lose those. Yeah, be very careful here, because those are definitely tiny bits. Aha! Wait a minute.
You find it?
Single tool Nextruder upgrade. Okay, there was a separate, and that's where the Haribo were as well. Okay, yep. We're in business. That's fine. I'll use this one.
All right, step 5 completed. Be careful that the springs and pins do not fall out when handling the parts. This has me nervous. Okay. What is this on here? Okay, on here. I'm gonna line this up. Line up the screws in the block lower assembly lock with the blind holes and the X carriage. See the correct orientation of the parts. Use the U-shaped groove in the part. What in the world?
Okay, there's a U-shape. I don't know if you can't see my screen share, but like the On the black part of the block of the block, there's those U's cut into it. That's what it's referring to.
Okay. Oh, and then I've got to turn it into it, and then tighten it in place. Are those screws? No, they're not. Okay. Take a look at the carriage from the rear side. Attach the TC block lower lock to the carriage. Make sure the two M312 T. What the? M312 TB. Okay. These are the spare. I think these are the same as these. Yeah, those were. It said that those were the same. Okay. So I need to. Oh man, I don't know about this part, man.
What's the don't you got this, man? You got this.
What the?
What's the question? Where's the trouble?
The question is. Okay, so I'm looking at that from the rear side of this. These go in like that, and then these must screw in from behind. Okay, yeah, it must screw in from behind, right?
Yeah, so let's see here. That is like that. This covers, and they screw in from the back side is correct, right? Because that's what's going to hold ultimately the spring. Yeah, this is where we got to be careful because you don't want. So let's see. I'm gonna.
So sorry. So I'm. Can you pull up my? I think I've got it actually. So I'm gonna mount that like this, and then I screw them in from the front. Yeah, I see the two. Okay. Yep. That, and then this. Let me make sure I've got the right tool for this before I drop anything. High pressure. High pressure.
No pressure. No pressure at all. This is a critical component, though. Obviously, we got to make sure we get this right.
That's what I mean.
Otherwise, we're not changing anything, are we?
Okay. And then
I'll give us some extra screws there.
Holy moly.
Getting it?
I got it. Super exciting, everybody. Watching someone screw in this.
Yeah.
And by the way, is my audio? One of my AirPods died, so.
Yeah, you got to switch over to your other one. Your audio's fine. Yeah, I think it's
Audio's
just so
fine,
you
okay.
can. It's just so you can monitor, or at least it's fine to me.
Yeah. Shoot, I should read what this says. Oh, and then it's just doing the same thing for the upper. Okay.
There we go. There we go. I'm going this way.
Okay. There's another tightened in. Hello from Poland. Hello from New York.
Greetings, Poland. Who we got from Poland?
Whoa.
Virtuos. Did you lose him?
Lost the spring. I almost lost the spring there.
Oh, man. Don't fat finger it, man.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the upper block goes in the same way, right? U-shape, the U-shape is going down.
U-shape is facing down. U-shape is facing down. The springs will be sticking out. We got to be really careful when we mount these things, because you don't want those. You don't want to lose those springs.
Yeah, and I almost mounted it backwards there.
Right. So now you're mounting it so the kinematic coupling component, which isn't going to make any sense to you, but the
nope.
It's gonna be over top of the rail that the carriage is mounting to, right? So
yeah.
So I'll get a close up here really quick so you guys can better see. Let me switch to this angle here. So we're mounting it here to.
This is the thing that the so this is what grabs the
That's
nozzles.
Exactly right. It is the toolhead grabber.
Yeah.
That's
it's the clickety grabber.
The clickety grabber is the.
I see this thing. I see these two things. It's gonna go click clunk, click clunk.
Clunk a chunk. So if you notice on the bottom one though, do you see that there's those two pins that grab those mate with the posts, and they're oriented in different ways. So that's a kinematic coupling technique, so that it can't shift up and down. It aligns. It's self-aligning as it locks in. Is the idea.
Okay.
Just
all right, and then I can put the cover on.
Yeah, you can put the cover back on. Yeah. Was this? I feel like this part scared you a little bit. I think you did well.
Well, it's those tiny springs.
It's the tiny. It's the tiny bits.
Springs. Yeah. I'm never gonna find them again.
You're done. You're done. So, and they give you one extra.
Yeah.
So you got one. You got one mistake.
I got one try. Yeah, yeah. And I did drop one, but it landed right in front of me, so that wasn't.
That's lucky.
Too bad.
So and what these do is they add like just a little bit of friction to the thing when it locks left and right, so they don't just like wiggle and slide around as the tool head is moving before it grabs the tool. So you know how it's like there's going to be a period of time when it detaches from one tool head to go to the next one. And what we want is those little silver bars to stay in place and not just bounce around as that thing moves around, because that alignment has to be perfect when it goes and locks in, right? So that's the why. That's what these little spring mechanisms do. They just add a little friction to those bars so they can't rattle around.
Hey, is there supposed to be... I wasn't supposed to put something in that top hole, right? No, right?
What top hole?
Let me look from the back. Okay, never mind. I found an image. It's not filled in there. Yeah, on the back of the top part that I just installed, on the back side, there's it looks like there's a hole that something might screw into.
There's what it is that's a relief hole, I believe. So there's a hole right there that allowed you access on the single tool version. Remember how we moved the grub screw to like loosen the nozzle?
Yes.
That was the access port for the old style for the single tool.
Okay.
That's what that hole is. We don't use that hole anymore though.
Okay.
Can you imagine having to design something like this where it's like, oh wait,
I'm
we
honestly
need to
amazed.
allow it so that if you're using a single tool version, you can do this, and that, I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. So at the end of step 5 here, or let's see, actually you've mounted it, so we've gone past that, right? We're at
we're going on the next step, Nextruder
and then
accessory assembly.
Accessory assembly? Wait, hold on. You've already gone past the Haribo and everything. Okay.
Yeah. Mr. Virtuoso. Yeah, the Saturn 4 Ultra is the Mars
there we go.
5 Ultra is probably faster, slightly, but the Saturn 4 Ultra is stupidly fast compared to every other Saturn printer that I've ever printed with. I did a video, I think, in the Saturn 4 video showing print speed comparisons. So you can see the exact same print. And even with the vroom settings, which are like kind of like overclocking your printer.
Is it really called a vroom? A vroom setting?
Yeah, it's called the vroom settings. So
that's funny.
You're like, you like try to trick the printer into going faster. Even with room settings, the Saturn IV Ultra was still printing faster than the older Saturns were. So it's than the older Saturns were, and then the same with the Mars, which is pretty crazy, and it's just stupidly simpler to print with. Joshua, yeah, I'm going from a single tool head to 2. Purchased the upgrade to the 2, and then getting that installed, and really excited to do things like printing a helmet with 2 different materials so that I can have the supports more easily break away and have it be a little bit cleaner. And then obviously doing things like multicolor prints, which are supposed to be Prusa, correct me if I'm wrong, like the big appeal with multicolor and the XL over something like the AMS system from Bamboo is this produces a whole lot less waste. Is that right? Or is it no?
Yeah.
Is it the that and the, isn't it like it's quicker to do
and
the
speed.
tool changing?
Yeah.
Yeah, the speed.
Well, because it's not having to purge after every swap, it's a lot faster,
and
it doesn't waste nearly as much material.
Load filament. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Those are the big selling points. But
all right, so I got the cable.
Yep, we got the cable. We're attaching that, so we're gonna.
Hey, are you good to go for another? Are you okay to go for another 3 minutes? Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. Let's see how far we can get in 30. I think we're getting close. So we've got our mount. Yeah. So I'm gonna show people what on the angle here. So
long metal profile with 5 M3 holes.
You can see here,
push it
in here, and then this will lock it into place. So that's how the.
Man, there ain't no 5 holes here. Oh, the other is. I see it.
So when it comes in and docks, it clicks itself in, and then it unlocks.
Push it to the left. We'll use the first 2 M3 holes and the metal profile.
Right. So it wants us to go to the left. So it was centered in the past, and now we're moving it over to the first
left.
2 on the left. So if we're facing it, the left, is that right, or if we're at the back? Let's see.
I think we're supposed to be standing behind it.
We're standing behind it. Okay, so tool 1 is going to go on the far right if we're standing behind it.
Yeah.
So if you're facing the front, so for you guys, it's going to be docked on the far left side is tool 1.
Does it matter? I'm just pushing it all the way to the left until it stops moving. Is that correct?
That is not correct. So that little mount bar is a little bit finicky. The best way to do it is let it stay loose, and then use. You see how there's those alignment holes on the back plate?
Yes, I see that with the hexagon pattern.
With the hexagon pattern, and there should be. I forget. You said yours doesn't have the little dot that's drilled under the far left of the hexagon pattern of each.
No, there is. Mine just wasn't in alignment with that.
Oh, okay. So that's where you should be aligned to. So I'm gonna flip this around so people can see what we're talking about.
I got it roughly. Yeah, I've got that roughly.
And I'm gonna zoom in on it.
No.
So that we have a good look at it. So,
I guess they're kind of alignment.
Let's see. Now you can't see this, but the people that are watching my stream can see it. Come back. Nope, wrong way. Gimbaling.
Can't tell. Yeah, I'm sure we'll figure that out.
All right, so I'm gonna come over here. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Okay. So this hexagon pattern on the grill mesh on the back, there's these little dots that are underneath that I was referring to, and that is how we access the back of the dock for each of these. And so the correct alignment is such that when we go through, we have access to the screw with our long hex key so that we can mount it to the back of this rail in the kennel.
Bro, I have no idea what you just said.
That's unfortunate because you need to do this correctly.
Okay.
So okay, we're going to start with tool 1.
Router. I don't know what I'm looking at here in step. Are you in step 4?
I am on step 4. So we're looking from the very back, and you'll see the first picture has a purple arrow. And it's pointing at the bottom left hexagon in that first dock position. So do you see on step 4? Okay.
Yeah.
And what they're trying to show you in that circle zoomed in view is they've kind of faded away the metal mesh, and they're trying to show you that you're pushing the hex key through that hole and through the dock printed part, and that's how you're tightening it into the T-bar, the mount plate. But that's a really hard thing to indicate in a photo, I would say.
So I'm still not I'm confused on what part am I. Okay, so this part that we assembled previously, I'm grabbing
That's right.
this.
So the printed part, we're calling that the dock, okay? And that's the piece that we're mounting to the kennel, so the back of the printer here. Yeah. And what you're gonna do is, you know how that we trapped that one screw, that 14 millimeter screw that kind of hangs loose right now?
Sure.
Okay, so let's do this. I'm gonna show you just so this is important for you to know. I'm gonna switch over to this camera so you can look at my camera.
I'm gonna look at yours. I'm gonna blow yours up.
Okay, so if this screw that's hanging out of here, that's loose. There's sorry, I don't know if I'm lined up right.
Yes, yeah. I got
okay.
Yep.
That screw is what's going to screw into that little sliding T-bar that's on the back of the.
I gotcha.
Okay. And so what we need to do though is, because what I'm calling the T-bar, it's sitting inside the extrusion, right? And you see that it can slide left and right. So if you grab like a hex key, you can kind of maneuver it left and right. What I would say as a reference.
I gotcha. Okay.
In later versions, they had a printed part so that you would slide it all the way to the left and it would stop in the exact right place. We're just going to have to try to eyeball it. If you put a hex key through and look at where the hex key is pointing, it should line up with the hole for that sliding T-bar in the back of the extrusion. I don't know if that's clear to you. Or
and I need to find the what's long. If I have one that's long enough for that.
Well, you did to take it out, so somehow you took it out, so we need the same one you used to unhook it originally. We know you have the tool because you did it originally. Okay, and I'm apologize showing you guys my back, but it's hard to do this otherwise. Now, I would call this probably the most critical component because it's very easy to potentially cross-thread or not seat the dock on the bar properly. And this alignment is important for the tool changer to know exactly where it needs to grab. There is some variance that we can adjust for, but this is an important part.
This? It might have been this one.
I'm gonna zoom in on this now so you guys
Okay,
can see on my
I've got the correct tool. Oh, sorry. Sorry, buddy. I have this still zoomed way into Pooch. All right, so
line.
I got that right. Look at this again. Push it over to the left.
Now, getting that screw to line up and grab can be a little tricky.
All right. Got it.
Attaboy.
Okay. All right, that's in.
Okay.
We're done.
Okay, we're going to dock inspection, step 5. So if you were to grab that post, the
Yep.
is that feels rigid and in place, like that's not wiggling. You got that screw tightened down, so that's
Let me just
stiff.
give it another.
Can zoom in here so you guys can see.
There we go. Yep, that's good.
Okay, good. Good. All right. And there's a whole video here if you guys want to see, like, just because this detail is really important, we try to give as much, Prusa tried to give as much detail right here as possible. Okay, we're going to connect the Nextruder to the cables. I'm sorry.
Yep.
We're going to connect the Nextruder back to the board. Okay. So...
Oh, this is sort of like what we did in the original.
I'm on step 7. Yep, we're going back.
Yep.
Remember we took it off, but now we've got to connect 2 of these. So the first one is the top on there, and you should see it says Dwarf 1 on the board.
Yes.
And it just plugs in and clicks there. And I have removed the cover completely so you can see and access that.
Great.
And then Dwarf 2 will be, yep. But hold on a second here. I think they assumed that we mounted both docks. Yeah. So let's mount the second dock.
Okay.
So same process as the first, but just one space over.
Yep.
And I've got a whole...
So this is supposed to go the same thing, just in the next hole.
Correct.
In the second hole.
Correct.
We've already used up the first one, so we gotta go to the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go here. Yeah, what was the... Sorry, folks. We're just trying to get the getting the second extruder mounted now. Oh, there we go. I think By Joe, he's got it.
Got it?
Got it. Let me tighten that down more. Really make sure it's tight. Cool. All right.
All right, keep going.
Yeah. Plugging that in to Dwarf 2. Awesome. I guess the cables don't really matter at this point with that. Okay, that's good. Feel like I'm making progress here.
That's fantastic, man. That's the whole point.
Dock inspection, connecting the cables, loosen the screw, blah, 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 and then I can put the cover back on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Holder version, okay. Sweet.
I'm catching up. I'm just doing a quick adaptation because I have a customization to use a larger tube on mine. So don't worry about what I'm doing. I'll catch up to you. You're not worried.
Don't worry.
You are
dropping
not
stuff here
concerned at all.
Is there what's the purpose of this cover on the back here?
I think it's just to look a little bit neater so you don't have an exposed piece of electronics. So it just kind of like covers over the
Is it supposed to kind of pinch the...
Yeah, it doesn't actually pinch it, but it just kind of slides over enough so that it just creates a minimal hole for the cable to get through, you know?
Okay.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And let's see here. I'm gonna rotate this. I'm gonna put my red sock on here while I can as well. Red socks, red socks. Because it's a 0.4 by default. Gives me a good visual indicator. I highly recommend these if you guys want custom socks. Levendigs, Levendigs. If you search that, I want to say they're out of the Netherlands or something. They do have US distributors though.
Mine only had my original one didn't have a silicone sock.
No, they didn't originally come with them. I think they started sending them as an option after the fact. So some people are very like, I am not a sock person. I think they're great. They're cheap insurance from getting a bunch of goobers and meltdown issues. And like I said, there's a visual indicator of what if you want to do different colors. And it's better thermal insulation, so the heater cartridge isn't working as much. So it retains the heat better. I can't imagine why you wouldn't want a silicone sock if you have the option. But tell us in the chat if you feel strongly that you don't
my call out is going to be, this upgrade kit should have included an extra sock for me.
I thought it did.
No, it came with one sock for my new. Where's the other one?
So there wasn't one in the tool board?
There's one in the. There's one. Where'd my silicone sockets go? It came with one here. Mm-hmm. Well, maybe there's one. Are you saying there might be one in another bag somewhere?
I'm gonna look and see if it came with the Nextruder assembly. Because the Nextruders, did your Nextruder that came in like where it was fully assembled, like that came without a sock on it?
It wasn't fully assembled. I assembled it. Thank you. And
no,
it did not have a sock on.
Let's see. And there's not a. But see, there should be a loose sock in that box. At least mine does.
Mine
so there's a spool holder, a sock, the cable bundle.
Yep. But isn't that sock for the new?
Okay, so that should be for each of the new ones. So the question was because I also had another sock inside of the box that was the box that says upgrade the single tool. You sure you don't have a second sock?
Pretty sure I don't have a second sock. I've got a bunch of.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Silicone bands.
It's not a requirement, and I've got tons of them. I can get them, but.
No, I want one of those fancy red socks. I gotta go contact that company and get a fancy red sock.
Yeah, and some blue socks and some green socks.
Okay, let me put this on here. I haven't used it. I haven't used a silicone sock on this since I got it. What, a year ago? Almost a year ago.
Again, I think it's a nice to have, and it's a cheap insurance, but I know it's not a requirement. It's not everybody's jam, I guess. I don't know.
Let me see if I can get this cover on.
Doop 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 boop boo. Extra socks.
That is not even the right tool.
I'm not saying it's not possible. I just think that you've got a sock somewhere in a box that.
I'm suggesting that you're probably right. I have a sock problem.
Socks with Crocs, my man. That's your thing.
That's not the problem.
That's not the problem.
You just need to
embrace.
Try out a pair, embrace it.
I don't think I do.
Crocs and socks, man.
I don't. I've lived a perfectly good life up to this point.
You know what I can't get behind?
What?
Those high socks.
You know what's funny is like that's become this generational indicator. Like my son's like, oh my gosh, low cut ankle socks are so cringe to them, and I'm like, you want to wear, but you're talking about the high, like the knee socks, right? You're
I'm talking
knee
about
socks.
any like
I don't like.
above
I
the
want
ankle.
right because right. I want to expose these sexy svelte ankles, and I'm proud of them, and I want to show them off. You know. Why would I want to cover that up?
Honda A2000, is that Honda S2000?
Yeah.
I need some magnet gloves. I like that idea. Magnet gloves, so
Magnet
that
gloves?
I not only is it like Magneto, but if I'm drunk, because I'm constantly dropping, they're seeing me keep dropping tools.
Yeah.
My magnet gloves just hold them in my hand for me.
No, I'm going to show you exactly what you need. You're going to like this. It's even better than magnet gloves, in my opinion. And I'll show you.
Is it one of those sweepers, the magnet sweepers?
No. Wait, this is assuming I even know where it is. I think it's out here.
Okay, antenna
it's a wristband that has a magnet in it, and then that way you keep it handy on the wrist, right? So everything magnetically sticks here, but you're not accidentally, because a magnet glove it frustrates me when things like actually are sticking to my fingers when I don't want them to.
Yep.
And so you have it right here, and it's great. I think it's out with my tool belt, but it's like, you know, you can put your screws and stuff there, and they're handy. You can grab them with your other hand, but not always have them stick into your, you know. But that's me. Okay. You know, maybe you're a magnet glove guy. I don't know.
Look at this. I got tubes installed, antenna installed.
Okay, and you plugged in both, so both connectors are plugged into the board?
Both connectors in the board. I got the cover over the gaping hole to cover that up so it's nice and clean.
I'm going to catch up to you really quick.
I just don't have the, you know. Oh, I got to install
the wherewithal
here. Spool and drool. Okay, spool holder parts preparation. Look at this fancy spool holders you guys have now. Yes. Upgrade.
The extra D is for a double dose of pimpin'.
Okay.
All right, I am locked in with tool 2. That is good.
And I can just install this wherever on the side?
Yeah, you know, the common practice is 2 on the front extrusion and 1 on the back extrusion on one side. But for a tool like this, pick which side you want them on, because you can actually configure it in software if you want to mount it left or right, depending on how you have your machine positioned. And then you'll roll in that little T-nut that's got the spring on it that came with it. Yep. You know, you roll that into the extrusion channel, and then you can just position it. You know, maybe the top one you'd be like, you know, a third of the way from the top, and then the bottom one like a third of the way from the bottom, and you can space it out once you get some spools on there and stuff. I have never been a big fan, and this is no slam to the design and stuff. It's just a personal preference thing. I've never been a big fan of the side-mounted spool things.
What did
because
you
I have a
you
rep
have your
box.
hanging, right? Yeah.
No. I go underneath. No? I go underneath. I've got my pull-out. You want to see it? I'll bring it over. You can show it to you.
Yeah. I would love to see that.
You have this box. You just have the single spool variant of it. I have a 5-spool variant of it that works great with this, but it's not currently. It's still a prototype. I know I've been asked, and I've been teasing wanting to release this for a long time, and I haven't yet. I'll bring it over.
How do I pop this in? Do I pop this in? Do I screw this on beforehand?
No.
Or no?
No, you roll. Okay, so you roll. There's a little spring lever arm right on the side of that T-nut. You're just gonna roll it into the channel like from the side, and then that spring will kind of push it back, and you can use a hex key to kind of slide it into place.
Yeah, I got it. Awesome.
All right, here's what I'm talking about.
Here's what I'm talking about. The bears.
The bears. Let's go this way. smash a bunch of things here.
Awesome. Grab a spool.
All right, you remember the turntable box that you had that you put the big old Cobra thing on, or I don't remember what.
Yeah.
Machine. So this guy, right? So I've got a version of it that's got 5 different turntables, and then I route out the back and up.
Oh
the back
yeah,
of the
because there's
machine.
and
it's
there's
on
multiple
rollers.
ports in the back.
I mean, it's such a big thing that it's like this high off the ground when it's on top of this thing, and it's on rollers. So I can maneuver it around, I can spin it around, so I can connect stuff. I really would love to see, like, as we get more big machines and stuff, like some better options for just minimizing the footprint, right, of the machine. Like, I don't like things that take up a whole lot of desk space. I want to be able to put it on a rack, and I want to be able to nestle as many machines next to each other as possible, but that's me. I'm a nesting efficiency guy.
Well, the good news is nothing's mounted on the back here, which drives me absolutely insane.
Oh, the back. Yeah, at least it's not a back mount. That's a very good point. What mic are you using? Are you just using the built-in mic on your thing? Because it gets quiet when you walk away.
Oh, I think so here's what I think's happening. I think when I'm talking, the audio's coming, the microphone is from my MacBook.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then I'm getting the audio from you through my AirPod, singular.
Yep.
Compression socks. I have some compression socks. They are wildly uncomfortable to me.
We're not we're not that far away from compression sock days, I'm afraid.
Okay. Nextruder. How many steps left of this?
How's the back of my head
16 to
looking,
24.
everyone? Do I have a bald? Am I working on a bald spot here?
I can't see it in the camera. Hold on.
That's good.
No. Actually,
It's because I get that spray. I get that hair, like, you know what I'm talking about? The spray can of hair. The old, you remember that? This was the infomercial where the guy, like, sprayed his hair on, and you're like, what the? It was like flocking for your head, I think. Like Christmas tree flocking, but black hair.
let's see.
Not only am I a client,
Nextruder
not
times
only am
2.
I the owner, I'm also a client.
I got Nextruders times 2s.
Nextruder?
Nextruders times 2s.
Toos.
I can easily tell which one is which because the other is disgusting looking and the one is really clean.
Which one did you go? Is Tool 1 your old one, or is Tool your old one?
Tool 1's gonna be my old one.
Okay.
The original.
The OG, the one and only. I like it.
Take the Nextruder and place it carefully next to the dock. Place the 2 metal inserts through the white holes of the dock. The magnets will help you dock the Nextruder.
Oh, I'm gonna scroll here. What step are you on? What step are you on?
17.
You put your spool holders on. 17. All right. Okay, so it's telling you how to dock it. So did you just about lose it? Oh my gosh.
Not been good.
After all this, if you just like
that would have not been good.
Yeah, you think? All right,
I should probably secure the tabletop.
You really should do that. That is important. All right, I'm gonna give a secondary angle. So Clayton, manually, you should be able to see what's happening here. If you want to manually mount, so put the Nextruder. Figure out how you put the Nextruder on that dock post.
Yep.
Okay, those 2 pins are gonna index into the little Teflon sleeves on the dock post. So I'm gonna go to this angle, and I'm still way zoomed in here. That's okay. That's all right though. Let's just move that, and I will gimbal upward for you. There we go. Okay, good. So if I slide left, I'm just manually doing what the tool changer would be doing, but that's how we grab and post. And there's some strong magnets. There's some strong magnets that hold those things into place. All right, let's go back to main view there and here. Okay.
Cool. Okay.
So you seeing how those dock on there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not convincing.
I mean, is this supposed to be?
You see what you're
Something's
doing.
not right here.
Okay, you still haven't attached the loom to the Nextruder side, but that's fine. Doesn't matter yet. What's the question?
What do you mean?
Oh, I said that hasn't those haven't been attached to the Nextruders yet.
Yeah. That's the next step. This. Okay, let me try and get in close.
Okay.
This is my original. This is the original that we've just
Modified.
modified. There's some wiggle.
You got some slop in there? Okay. So let's make sure on the that side with the print fan. So the print cooling fan is on the bottom. Okay. So there's two screws on that side that hold the board to the frame. Nope, not the print. Come back to the camera. Come back here. You come back here. Okay.
So this side.
No, other side. Flip it over.
Yep.
Okay. So on the tool board, on the left, there's two screws. They're button heads right under the cable that attaches to it on the side of it. There you go. Nope. Turn it so
these right here?
Nope. Turn it so the print fan is facing your face right now. The print cooling fan. Good. There's two screws just to the left of the print fan there. Okay,
Yes.
those need to be snug.
Yes. Okay, they're not.
Okay, make sure they're snug. Yep, for those that are just joining us, we're adding a second tool head. We're making a tool changer out of the XL.
Okay.
Mayhall says you should wear your compression socks when you're flying. He's speaking from experience.
Yeah.
Star Rose 3 says they hate socks because they touch them. I agree.
Yeah, I understand that.
Socks.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out where this wiggle point is. And I still have.
Yeah,
There's
we don't
still
want
some play. So if I open up that barn door,
No.
secret door, the trap door, I still have play. If I grab both chunks and I there's like a little bit of give between.
This is on the one that we modified, right? On your original tool.
The one that was sent to me that I'm that's solid.
Okay.
That's solid. This one's got a little bit of wiggle to it, and I'm trying to figure out where that connection is. That's loose. I mean, it's a slight wiggle.
Yeah, but we want to make sure that's stiffened up. My bet is that maybe the posts that hold the fan to the frame, so there's those hexagonal standoffs.
Sure. Yep.
Those can loosen over time. That's probably what it is. So let's do this. I think it's better to make sure this is safe now. You remember that there's a screw that's holding the shroud to the fan on the cooling side. You're gonna take that off. Okay. You're gonna take those two screws that I just pointed out to you. You're gonna take those off so we can take the board away.
I gotta crimp that. Okay, so sorry, there was that. That was the one that was in the fan. You said to take out.
Yep, and then there's the two screws that I just pointed out to you that were on the side right over by the print fan. Okay,
that we just tightened up.
You're gonna take those off entirely though. Again, sorry.
That's right.
It's better to make sure this is right because you're just gonna have problems down the road if this thing's sloppy. This whole assembly we want to be really stiff because every time that tool changer carriage goes in, it wants to know exactly where to grab that thing, and if it's got slop in it, it's just a recipe for a pain in the butt.
Okay. Okay, so I can take this off.
So
right?
you should be able to move the tool changer board, and then the fan that covers the heat sink should be loose. Like you can roll that out of the way.
Yeah, hold on. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. I don't know if you'll be able to see this.
Yep. Rotate it. Okay, that is. Yep. Okay, this is what I'm thinking. Okay, so take the 2 screws that are holding the fan, that the hot end fan, so the heat sink fan, the bigger of the fans.
Yeah.
There's 2 screws on the left side. Look at
Yep.
Hold on. Look at the fan, not the print fan. Yep. So the print fan is the smaller one. That's the print fan.
The big one.
The other fan. Other side.
What, this side?
Yeah, that side. There's 2 screws on the left side of that are holding, or on my left, they're your right, I think. Loosen those so that you can rotate that fan out of the way.
What the heck did I just do?
2 steps forward, 1 step back. What do you like most about the XL, says Honda S2000? It's just a little extra.
It prints surprisingly really well. Like, really well. It is... I think to this day, I'm trying to remember if I've ever had a print fail off of my XL.
Don't jinx it.
It's been very few and far between.
Okay. There's some screws.
Off.
There's some screws that hold that heatsink to the post there. I think those have probably loosened on you. Do they?
Okay.
Do they feel like they can be tightened?
Yes,
you see what I'm? Okay.
Yep.
Snug those down, and then let's see if that slop is gone.
There we go. Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Okay. So then I can just...
And then put it all back together the way it was. Yep. So put the fan, 2 screws to hold the heatsink fan back on. Go back the way you came. Is this the first week of school for your boys?
It is. It is.
Wow.
Today's literally it's the second day of school for them. So.
Is it new, and it's new schools too, right?
For one of my sons, my oldest is second year of middle school.
Okay.
So,
okay. And how's your son like in his new school? Is he still a little getting used to? Like, did he have a bunch of friends? Did he have?
Yeah, he's
friends?
got a few friends there.
Okay, good.
I'm hoping he bumps into a few more.
Good.
There was a shoe mix-up yesterday.
Like he didn't have the right shoes? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Gotta have the right shoes to go to school, man.
I know. Apparently Crocs are not good for certain activities.
No.
Okay, and then this. Just bolt this board back in. Well, I'm glad we caught this now versus.
Me too. These are the little, and I got to tell you, I feel like these are the little things that make these kit builds a challenge for some people that just want to print and go. You know.
Mm-hmm. That's me.
Because
that's me.
Yeah. Because it's its greatest strength, right? Like we can upgrade, we can do all this stuff, but you would have no idea to look for this had you not had the experience of like putting these together. And the mount, the reason I was suspicious of this is the mount system is the same for the Mark IV. And I've seen some of my early Mark IVs get loose there. And so it's just experience of kind of knowing where to look. But this would be really frustrating to somebody that
yeah, especially once I got spent this time, got it all set up, and then it's
not grabbing it right or whatever. Okay, so I'm glad, and it's good that you're checking and noticing these things. So, you know, the build guide tries to give us these warnings. This is why it's really important to make sure that you're, you know, reading and going slow and not trying to rush through these things. I think as makers, we tend to want to just get to printing and go as fast as we can, but then we cause more problems for ourselves in the short or in the long term, right?
Hey, should I? I'm assuming only go one at a time here, not put the second one on. Like I should fully connect the first one.
I think you're gonna have an easier time just getting your hands in there. But yeah, let's connect one at a time to make sure that you're running the cable from one to toolhead one, and then we'll put the second toolhead on there. I'm gonna cut a length of PTFE tube while you're doing that.
All right, so now I can do the wire connections. Take the first stock extruder cable bundle. Check the cable bundle is not twisted. Oh, my antenna. Okay. Looks good.
Yeah. Looks good. Feels good.
And then I gotta slide that in place. Oh yeah, and these just click into place, right?
That's right. Should just find you. Make sure you hear it click too, because it might be a little snug with the printed part on it too. You should hear a good satisfying click.
Tighten that down. Hook up the keyhole openings and the flex plate. Push up to the correct position. Oh, I gotta push it up. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And then I'm assuming tighten these down, right? Using the T to tighten the Mark II screws. Yes. Okay. One of these days, I will figure out which one of these screws is which, but
not this day.
Exactly.
Yeah, I hear you. All right.
Oh, is this supposed to be? Oh, yeah, it's just magnetically attached.
Did you have a moment of panic again?
I did. I did have a moment of panic there. Thought for sure I was breaking this. Okay. Cable, let's get this connected. And then I can seat the tube. Clip the tube.
Ta-da.
Feed it in.
Plug it in, plug it in.
Okay, this is my next. I'll put this on first.
Wait a minute. Oh, I rotated.
I guess it doesn't matter because it's just using this. It's just using it to grab it, right?
What's that? What's using what to grab what?
This first one. How can I show this? Hopefully, I don't disconnect this whole thing. All right, moving the camera around.
Okay. Oh, that's my problem.
Autofocus. Yeah. Okay. This is just magnetically attached, obviously.
Yes.
This one just feels looser than this one, but I guess it's as long as it's in the snapping into the correct position. That's what we're.
Yeah, but let's make sure. So take it, magnetically remove the tool head off from the post on the one that felt like it was wiggling. Which one was wiggling?
This one feels like it's. This one feels like it's like it just feels like it's extra loose right here.
Yeah. So take the tool head off of its dock there.
Okay.
And then if you grab that post, does it feel like the post there is wiggling in the?
No.
No. So
no, that post isn't.
So was it just wiggling as a result of it shifting on its magnets, or what do you think? What feels loose when you're doing that?
How does this go? Does this go through these holes here?
It goes through, those pins go through the two side holes. There's.
Yeah.
There you go.
I guess it's this. Just something doesn't feel like it's. I guess we'll wait and see. This just seems like it's a little. The connection of the Nextruder to this post feels a little off, is all.
Okay.
Compared to if I put this one on.
So then, I guess then the question is the Nextruder wiggling on that tool changer board? Like what looks like it's loose? But we can, I mean, if you want to move on, we can. I just, like I said, I want to make sure that it's as
yeah, I guess maybe it's about this. I guess it's just, this one feels,
So
It
I can tell you it'll wiggle. Like I don't know, I can definitely, you know, wiggle it around. It's
Yeah. I'm gonna proceed. I'll just know that this is
okay.
I'm just not sure what, because if I
Why
take this
one?
off, everything else on this we just tightened up.
Yeah.
Like there's no wiggle on any of the other parts.
That's hard for me to tell without being, you know, there to know what's in like the realm of reasonable.
The normal, yeah.
Mm-hmm,
Oh,
mm-hmm.
okay. Back here.
There we go.
And then,
What step are we on now?
I was looking at. I should probably continue. Should I repeat those same steps? I'm assuming for the second
Yes.
extruder, right?
Yes. Let's attach.
Yep, this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, those need to come out more.
And you know what it could be too. In step 20, you'll see we're going to get to that point where we adjust the height of that nozzle seal part that we put on way long ago.
Yeah.
And I think if that's too high, that might be keeping the Nextruder from like kind of seating fully. So we'll get that calibration, and I think you should feel better about how it's docking at that point. Man, a nice ripe peach. One of my favorite things about summer, nobody asked, but I'm going to tell you. Stone fruit. Stone fruit season. It's stone fruit. You know, you got your peaches, your plums.
Stone fruit is.
Sure you do. Any fruit that has a stone in it. So like a peach, a plum, a nectarine. You know what fruit is, right? Like the things in the grocery store that are on the outside. That's not chicken, and it's not in a box. It's in there's a produce section where people like to get the things that come from the earth, you know?
The earth. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. I think that's what it is. You're right. I think it's I'm looking down and I see
it's probably too high. Yeah.
It's not seating correctly with that. Okay.
Good. So go to step 20 and that'll correct the issue
Starting
here too.
2024, receive a great nozzle seal, something blah blah, just same. Following image was made with the Nextruder and the dock removed from the Please do not remove the dock. Next up, we'll calibrate the height of the nozzle seal using the tool. Tighten or untighten.
Loosen. Untighten is also a word, I guess. Woo, woo, woo.
Where am I doing that?
Okay, on the left side of each of the extruders, you're gonna see the top of the screw that we put in that controls the height. So if I'm looking at it from the back, if I'm standing behind it and I'm looking at each of these, I would say starting with tool 2.
Yep.
You should have access to that screw that controls the height of the nozzle seal.
Yep.
So you're gonna tighten that down until it's maybe just about perpendicular, parallel to the bar, I guess, that the whole thing's mounted to, if that makes sense. And let's see what they're advising here in the.
When it isn't bent and touching the.
Yeah, so the silicone from that nozzle seal should be basically covering the nozzle, but it shouldn't be like so bent downward. So if you look through the little mesh in the back, you can see, you know, how that is covering the nozzle.
Yeah.
And
oh, nice. Okay. And is it supposed to be touching the nozzle or?
Yeah, it should be touching the nozzle, but not like so high that it's like bent down, you know, a whole bunch. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
lift that up just a little bit.
I'm gonna move, and then you're gonna find it's easier to adjust the tool one. If you take the second one off of its dock, you'll be able to get to the screw for the first one a lot easier.
So that is just it's a nozzle cleaner, nozzle wiper, right?
It's a seal. Okay. So what it does is it has to, when it's doing its tool change, for it to act quickly, it'll preheat the nozzle that's coming up. So it looks ahead in the G code slightly to know that if it's doing a tool change, you don't want to have to wait for it to heat up the second tool's extruder. And so this keeps it from oozing back there when it's heating, it's preheating.
Oh man, that's really smart.
Right?
So there's no drippage and mess occurring behind the printer.
Correct. And you don't have that like void where you don't need as much of a purge line because like a bunch of it dripped out ahead of time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, okay. So back up just a little bit further.
Getting the heights on mine just right. And
so it's you kind of want it to be in it then. You don't want it to be.
You need a little pressure on it, so you want it so that it's covering the nozzle, but not so that it's like really pressing up on the nozzle, if that makes sense. You know?
Yeah.
And then that should allow the whole thing to kind of dock more cleanly.
Okay.
And you might need to adjust that over time. The silicone, they give you these extra pieces of silicone because those get kind of brittle over time. And so that will wear out, and you can replace those by, popping them off and putting a new piece on.
To avoid concern of having leftover nuts, screws, refer to the following. The fair should remain unused from the initial packing compatible to the spare. Almost done. Congratulations.
So they're just trying to tell you, don't worry if you have leftover parts. That is totally normal. Let's see. Plastic.
I mean, it's telling me to start kicking on the printer and start prepping.
All right. Hey, man. Did we get there?
I would call this a pretty big success. Success.
Well, don't curse us yet. I mean, let's fire it up and make sure we don't have any issues. So is it time? And then it's gonna want us to reset and go through the whole calibration and stuff, because there's some extra calibrating we got to do to make sure that both are aligned to each other and stuff that you don't have to worry about with a single tool.
I will not have time to do all of that.
But the good news is you can do that at your leisure, and then you can share maybe on your socials how your first prints go.
Yep. Yeah, agreed.
Do you want to call it here then, so you can go get your guys?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm just booting it up real quick to see.
That's a good idea. Let's just make sure we don't get anything wacky.
I'm assuming there's something in the printer that I have to do to say, hey, we're gonna bubble. Oh, it's gonna. I see what you're saying. It's gonna redo all the calibration settings.
It should detect that it's got two tools automatically. Okay. I believe it should detect that for you.
Right. Well, then I'm not going to run through all this right now because I have a feeling it's going to take a little while, and I do need to get
what I'm going to do is just really quick make sure I don't get any error messages. I'm plugged in on mine, and we don't have to go through the calibrations. I think, did it go by default to ask you to recalibrate?
Yep, it did. That's good.
Good. So that means it's detecting. Mine says it's flashing the dwarf, so it actually updates firmware on its boards, and then it says we got to do the calibration. So I'm in the same spot as you. No errors, and
hopefully
let's see how it goes.
I'll be able to get back here and finish this up, and then post some follow up. I mean, if anything, I'll be texting with you about it.
Yeah, man. I'm excited to see. Listen, if you guys stayed with us this long, thank you so much. We've had a blast.
Agreed.
I'm proud of
this. Has been fun.
We got. No,
I'm very excited. This was a fun little.
I mean, we
got
there.
I'm tired and need something to drink. I'm touching my MacBook screen, trying to scroll. Still not a touchscreen.
Still not a touchscreen.
Here, we'll go but yeah, man, I'm really happy that we spent the time to go through this, and it honestly was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I mean, it's like you said, it was just a matter of following through those steps. So that was
there's some details, but we got it, and I look forward to seeing how your first print goes. And
yeah.
everybody, thank you guys so much. Thank you for the super chats. If you threw in,
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you guys so much for hanging out in here,
putting up
I'm
with
sure
our
this was a
audio
long-
issues. Yeah.
a long audio driven session here.
But it was a lot
But
of
cool.
fun, and yeah, I'll get my calibrations going, and let's share and tag each other and see how our first prints go, huh?
Heck yeah! All right, love it.
All right, signing off, everybody. You guys have a great
All
afternoon, great evening, wherever you are.
See you guys. Bye now. Thank you. Thanks, Pooch.
Bye. See ya.